Everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to shoot in full 50 megapixel resolution on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the camera app, and now in the camera app, what you guys want to do is here you will have 12 megapixels. Now, what you guys want to do is, in order to shoot in full 50 megapixel resolution, you're going to click on those 12 megapixels. And now those settings are changed. As you guys can see, you can see that it's changing right here, for example. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take a picture. So if you zoom in, then the picture may be in a worse quality. So it's best to zoom at 1. And now I'm gonna take a quick picture, and this is how it looks like. So it looks pretty good. You can see every single detail here. And now let's take a picture at 12 megapixels. The same. Looks almost identical, but still the 50 got the best results. So the results are definitely better here, and that's how you guys can easily shoot in 50 megapixels. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to scan documents with the AI camera on your Galaxy S26. So first, let's go over and open up the camera. Let me quickly enter the password. Now we're gonna open up the camera, and first what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the phone with the example PDF right here, and we're gonna go over it, go like that, and click scan. So let me show it to you guys again. Let me quickly move the phone right here. Now we're gonna click scan, and now it's scanning the entire PDF. Let me get rid of this phone right here. And as you guys can see, now it scanned the PDF. What we can do now is we can simply click add scan, and then we can click save. Now we can save it as a PDF, and here we got it saved. So as you guys can see, we got the scan saved. We got everything right here. And what we can also do is, let me go back here and let me scan it again. I won't put the phone again right there. We're gonna go right here, and we got the entire PDF scanned. So what we can do here is we can view original, we can save it, of course, and now it is saved right here. So that's how you guys can easily scan the documents with your AI camera. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix touch screen not responding on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is remove the screen protector or a case, because it can cause a lot of interference, and let me explain why. Basically, whenever you have a case that's going off the bezel, so the dark part between the screen and the side of the phone, it's going onto the screen, and what can happen? Yes, this. So you won't be able to use your phone normally, you won't be able to click on apps, no nothing. So we want to make sure that our case is made out of a good dummy phone, or that it just fits. Now for the screen protector, if it's not applied properly, as you guys can see, my screen protector is applied properly. It's all the way the screen. It's not going off to the edges or the sides of the phone. And that's how you guys can pretty much spot a good screen protector. Now, what you guys want to do next is force to restart the phone to refresh the system. We're gonna press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Now we're gonna keep on holding it until the screen goes black and until we hear a vibration or we see the logo. So I got the vibration, we got the logo, and the phone is now restarting. So this forced restart actually takes a little bit less then the normal one. And as you guys can see, it's already done. No cuts, no nothing. This is the speed of the forced restart. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to go over to the settings as a last resort and update our software. So let's scroll down to software update, click check for updates. And as you guys can see, I am on the latest version. I do not have a button on the bottom to update my software. And you want to make sure that you also do not have it. This is very important because once you actually update your software, you will be on the latest version. There will be no old glitches on your device. And that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix Wi-Fi not working on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings, go to connections, and here we have the Wi-Fi. Now we're going to turn this off and turn this on. This is a quick restart, of course. And what we're going to do next is we're going to forget and reconnect to the same network. So remember the network's name. We're going to go here and click on the gear icon, click forget, and now we're going to connect to it again. So here we enter the password and then we click connect. So as you guys can see, we are back. We are connected to the same network that we've been. And now what we're going to do is we're going to restart the router and a phone if it's still not working. So to restart the router, you need to find it on your own. What you guys want to do for the phone though is go over and press the power button, the volume down button at the same time. Now press restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now it's restarting and I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. After the restart, what you guys want to do is go over and check for software updates. So we're going to go over to the settings, and this is as a last resort. We're going to go to software update, tap check for updates, and as you guys can see, soon we should get our answers. I am on the latest version on the One UI 8.5 with the newest patches, newest everything. But if you have an update available, make sure to do that. It's very important because you don't want to be stuck on the old versions of your software. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily improve battery life on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and turn off the always on display. This is very important. This is the first thing we're gonna do. We're gonna go to settings, and here in the settings app, we're gonna scroll down to lock screen and AOD. Here we got the always on display. Now we want to click on it and click it right here. So now it is off. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna shorten the screen timeout. So we're gonna go to display, scroll a bit down until you guys see screen timeout, and I need to keep it at 10 minutes because I'm recording, but you guys can change it to 15 or 30 seconds. This is very important because 15 seconds is not that much, but you can use keep screen on while viewing. So your camera right here will detect your face if you're still looking at the phone. If not, then it will turn off after 15 seconds. If you do, then you will still be able to use the phone normally. So that's how you guys can use it. For the next one, what you guys want to do is go to the sounds and vibration, and right here we're going to go to system vibration and disable every single thing right here. Also, we can lower this stuff, and here we also got the vibration intensity, so we can totally disable it. And that's basically what you guys can do. So now we disabled vibrations and haptic feedback. And next, we're gonna background check the apps. So we're gonna go to battery, and here we're gonna check the apps for the background work. So for example, as you guys can see, screen off time 5 hours, and this is 1 hour on screen. Now we got the 1 hour 30 on the background, and we can check apps like this. As you guys can see, the background for Play Store is 13 minutes. So you can enable the background usage limits and put the app to sleep. Now, for example, YouTube, we're gonna enable it and put it in deep sleep, as you guys can see. So now it won't work in the background. And as a last resort, what you guys can do is go over and enable the dark mode. So once you enable the dark mode, everything will be good. And as you guys can see, that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix apps crashing on One UI 8.5. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the Google Play Store. Right here, as you guys can see, we're going to go to the Play Store. I'll quickly just use the biometrics. Now, what you guys want to do is make sure that your apps right here, you click on your avatar, go to Manage Apps and Device. And here, make sure that every single app right here in the updates is updated first. Make sure that every single app that you own is updated to the Android 16 compatibility. And what you guys can also do is, if you are using the Galaxy Store, so let me quickly search for it. If you open up Store, make sure that every single app right here is also updated. So I am not using the Galaxy Store, but if you do, make sure that everything right here is updated. As you guys can see, I have 31 updates, so I'll just click Update All. And now everything is downloading. But what you guys want to do next is restart the phone as a last resort to clear the system cache. It should of course help. It's a quick refresh. And we're going to press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Keep on holding it until you see the power menu, tap restart, and tap again to restart the device. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. So, after the restart, everything should go back to normal and your apps shouldn't crash. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix battery draining too fast on your Galaxy S26. So we all know that the Galaxy S26 got only 4,300 milliampere hours. So to optimize the battery even more, what we're going to do is we're going to go to settings. Now we're going to scroll a bit down until we see the battery. And here in the battery, we're going to check the battery usage. This is the first thing we're going to do. Let's go view details. And let's select the app that's using a lot of the battery. Here we got the camera first. And we want to click background usage limits and put the app to sleep. Now on some apps, what you guys can do is simply put the app into the deep sleep. But as you guys can see, it's pretty much hard finding this app, because this phone is freshly set up. It has literally nothing installed on it, so there will be no apps like that. But if you go over to power saving, for an example, make sure that you enable it. Then what you guys can do is simply go to the gear icon. You don't need to limit your CPU speed. You guys do not need to turn on the dark mode. You guys can set it up like this, and you can also set the motion smoothness disabled, because it's very important that you still keep those 120 hertz. Now, here we have the background usage limits, and we can go to deep sleeping apps and add an app that will deep sleep, so it will not run in the background. As you guys can see, it's that simple. You just add an app here, and this will prevent the apps from draining power from the background. Now, what you guys can also do is make sure that you have battery protection set at maximum and that your settings look like this. So you guys can copy them, and this should definitely help you fix your battery drain. But if not, then go over and scroll a bit down until you guys see software update. And here you guys can check for updates, because it might be a software glitch that your battery is being drained too much. So my software is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software, because you don't want to be around old glitches on the previous software versions. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix AI features not working offline on your Samsung Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now in those settings, go to Galaxy AI. Here, we're gonna scroll a bit down until we see process data only on device. Now, this will basically work online, and then when you go offline, then it should work. And if it shows up that you need to download any necessary language packs here for offline use, make sure to do that, and you'll be all set. Every single feature will work, but some of them may malfunction because you're not connected to the internet. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix fingerprint sensor not recognizing thumb on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over to the settings. Now in those settings, we're gonna scroll down to security and privacy. Here we're gonna go to lock screen and enter the password right here. Now we got the fingerprints, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and remove the fingerprint right here. We're gonna tap remove, and now what we're gonna add is register it, and right here continue, register. And I'm not gonna be using my thumb because it's not very good, but we will be using my second finger. So as you guys can see, it moves a little bit every time, so we need to follow it. And as you guys can see, we are almost done. And what we're gonna do next is we're gonna add it in different lighting conditions. So here, as you guys can see, let's click done. Let's click add fingerprint. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the lights off. So I'll see you guys in a second, and then add it again. As you guys can see, now another fingerprint has been added, and what we can do now is we can test it out and see if it works. So it works without any issues now, and that's basically how you guys can do that. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix notifications not working on always on display on your Samsung Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings, and in those settings, scroll down to lock screen and AOD. Make sure that always on display is enabled, and when you click here, then you will see every single settings. Now you want to make sure that you enable show now bar, so you can disable this or enable this, is totally up to you. But here you have an option when to show. Now you guys can set it to always or for new notifications, and then you will simply see your notifications that are coming in on your always on display. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix color banding on your Galaxy S26. So if your color is banding on sunset photos, what you guys want to do first is go over into the settings, and in those settings you need to make sure that if you go over to the display and then in the display scroll a bit down, that your screen mode is selected as vivid. This is very important because whenever your screen is set to natural, then it won't have the same colors, of course. That's why we want vivid, to make our screen feel more alive. And basically the 8-bit FRC display, it simulates a 10-bit color depth, so around 1 billion colors on an 8-bit panel, which is around 16 million. So they will be alternating between two color shades, and they will achieve like a smoother look, and of course it will be like a high quality screen. That's why you want to make sure that it's vivid. And the next thing what you're gonna do is, if the banding is still here, make sure to avoid extreme dimming, because the Vivid just does not like it, because they struggle a lot as a 8-bit FRC panel. So avoid scribbing it all the way down, basically. And as a last resort, what you guys can do is simply scroll down to software update to make sure that you're on the latest version. Here you click check for updates, and that's how you guys can check it. It's very important because we want to make sure that it's not a software glitch. And that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix 25-watt fast charging not working on your Galaxy S26. So first, you need to make sure that you're using a compatible 25-watt PPS charger. Now, if you are using it and it's still not working, what you guys want to do first is clean the USB-C port with a wooden toothpick or something soft. So do not use anything metallic because you will damage the port, and we don't want it. So as you guys can see, we got the port at the bottom. Now my port is not dusty, it has nothing in it. It's very, very, very clean. So what you guys want to do in this case, if your port is also clean, you guys can simply verify that fast charging is turned on in the settings. So open up the settings app. Now here we're gonna do is we're gonna go over and go to the battery. Now in the battery, scroll down to the charging settings. Here we want to make sure that fast charging is enabled and that we get the charging information. And now what we can do next as a last resort is update our software. So it might also be a software glitch and we want to get rid of it. So scroll a bit down until you see software update. And here what you guys want to do is simply click check for updates. It will start checking them to see if you have any new versions available to download. So I do not, but if you do, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest software so you don't struggle with old software glitches on the brand new phone. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix battery percentage not showing on your Samsung S26. So first, if you are on the One UI 8.5, it's not normal that you do not have battery percentage because Samsung deleted this option. You will always have the battery percentage, but you can change the indicator. You cannot disable those little numbers. My battery percentage is 52 right now, and I will see it always. Now, if you do not have it, then what you guys want to do is restart the device to reset the battery sensor. So press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Now tap restart and tap again to restart the device. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. After you restart the device, what you guys want to do is go to the Play Store and download the battery widget, see if it works. If not, then we got a problem. So we're gonna type in battery widget reborn, and we're gonna be using the app by Thomas Kubalik. I've been using this widget for a couple of months now, and it's been great. This widget is the best. Let's click open, and here we're gonna click consent, start manually, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna pinch our screen, click on the widgets, and click on battery widget reborn. Let's click right here, click add, and here we can of course change it like this for an example. But as you guys can see, if we watch an ad, then we will get all widget options for 24 hours. So you guys can set it up like this, for example, or simply battery remaining. And we got our battery right here. Let me quickly make it bigger. And as you guys can see, that's how it works. Now we got a percentage here, but if you do not have it, then it's probably because your battery sensor is not working and it should be repaired. So go to the authorized device center and they will fix it for you. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix no sound during calls on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is check the volume during a call using the side buttons on the right side right here. You cannot change the call volume in the settings or in the phone app. On some Androids you can, but here you can't. So the only way to change it is while being in an active call. What we're going to do first is go to settings and go to connections. Here we're going to make sure that we disable the Bluetooth entirely, because we want to make sure that there's no connected devices and that no device is stealing our audio. And after we disable the Bluetooth, what we can do is we can clean the earpiece. So the earpiece is right above here. So it's pretty hard to notice at first, but once you put it close to your eye, you'll notice that there's an earpiece. You can even somehow feel it. And then what you guys can do with the earpiece, you can easily clean it with a soft brush. You'll make sure that it is clean and that there's no dust that may be blocking the sound. And next, after cleaning the earpiece, what you guys can do is test another call or an app. So if you use the phone app for an example, you can try calling somebody up here, or you can change the app to see if the problem is app specific or if the problem is entirely on the phone's fault. After that, what you guys can do is restart the smartphone. So there's two ways of doing it. You press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. And if you have changed your Google Assistant from the power button to something else, then you can just hold this. So I'm gonna hold it, press restart, and tap again to restart the phone. And I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. After the restart, what you guys want to do is simply go over and then, as a last resort, go to the settings. In those settings, scroll down until you guys see general management, and here scroll to reset. Here what we're going to do is we're not going to reset the entire phone. We're going to press reset mobile network settings, click on reset settings, and click reset again. Now it's done, and that's the last step. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy S26, and let me share with you how to turn off ads and their personalization. So first of all, let's open the settings, and here let's scroll up to find connections. Then let's tap on more connection settings and go to private DNS. Here let's mark private DNS provider hostname and tap on the section here to enter dns.adguard.com. And tap on save. Thanks to using the private DNS, yeah, everything is all right. Thanks to connecting with private DNS, your device will simply limit the advertisements. Something's wrong in my case, but yeah, just try on your own. Maybe it just needs some time to to connect. Another thing that I highly recommend to do is to go back to the settings, then scroll all the way down to find, maybe not all the way down, but find Google Services and go to All Services. Here, let's go to Privacy and Security and tap on Ads. So basically here we've got something which is called advertising ID. It is not visible right now, but I will explain what you need to do here. And advertising ID is that thing that tracks your searching, let's say, and then it shows you personalized advertisements. So, for example, you were looking for a specific lamp, you wanted to buy it to your living room, and after that, your device will show you the advertisements with this specific lamp or a different lamp, but that looks similar, or different offers from different shops, different prices, different variants, etc. So, this is what advertising ID does, and removing the advertising ID, maybe it will not necessarily limit the amount or the number of advertisements, but it will limit the personalization of those ads. Sorry. So basically, if you've got something like that, you will have two different options here. The first one is called Reset Advertising ID, and then the second is Delete Advertising ID. And I highly recommend to do both. So first of all, Reset and then Delete. So this is what you should do here in order to limit the personalization of the advertisements. Another thing that I highly recommend to do is to simply remove the notifications, because sometimes some apps will show you the advertisements here in the notification center. So, well, the best idea is to simply turn off the notifications. So let's pretend that I've got a problem with Play Store. Let's say that the Play Store is showing me a lot of advertisements. So just tap on it and hold it, and then go to this info icon. Here we've got the notifications section, and unfortunately in this device, overall in Samsung, we do not have different categories. So here you can customize whether you want to show it on the lock screen, whether you want to see the notification pop up. Here you can show or hide content when locked. But what I highly recommend to do, if you don't really need the notifications from this app, because it is a game or whatever, you can simply turn off all of the notifications just by tapping on the switcher at the very top. And the last thing that I highly recommend to check are the ad blocks. And I'm not talking only about the ad blocks for the browsers, but also for the whole content. So just go to the Play Store. Of course, you need to be logged in, etc. Then go to search, and here enter adblock or adblocker or anything similar. And I do not have my internet connection, so probably that's why the private DNS didn't work, because I do not have the internet connection. So let me just quickly connect to the internet. Yeah, so I just wanted to confirm that I've connected to the Wi-Fi and now the private DNS is working. So we do not have the information that it couldn't connect it, but it is set. So just a quick disclaimer. Let me go back to the Play Store. Let's enter the ad block, and here we've got the results. And as I said, not only the results for the browser, but here we've got, for example, for Samsung Internet, if you're using that one. Here we've got also the ad blocker for Android, and we've got the content blocker, etc. So highly recommend to check available options and download the one that you will use. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix fast charging not working on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and check cable and a charger for any damage or compatibility. So it is very important. I got the USB-C cable right here. I know that it is not damaged, but I also know that it's not compatible with the phone itself. So it won't fast charge it. It will only slow it down or not charge it at all. And the battery will keep on dropping even though if it shows that it's charging right here. Now, what you guys want to do next is go over and clean your charging port. You know that it is at the bottom, so make sure to clean this. It is also very important to keep up with it because we don't want to have our port stuck with something else like dust. Next, what you guys want to do is enable fast charging in the settings. So open up the settings app, scroll down to the battery, and scroll here to charging settings. Make sure to enable fast charging, and that's basically what you guys can do. Next, what you guys can do is, as a last resort, update your software. So you scroll all the way down to software update in the settings, click check for updates, make sure you have Wi-Fi. And my software is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In front of me I have the Samsung Galaxy S26, and today I'll be showing you how you can apply the lens protector to your brand new device. Now, the one that I'll be applying here will be the Tech Protect one, but honestly, if you're wondering what you should go for and if brand matters, I will be here to tell you it really doesn't. For instance, I have one from Spigen which costs twice as much. Now, this one is designed for the Ultra version of this device, but I also had the same thing from the Tech Protect brand, and like I said, half the price. The design is literally the same, and you can even see the similarity between this. From what's on the box right here to what I'm going to pull out of here. So you can see these are almost identical in design. So if you're wondering what you should go for, just go for whatever is cheaper. And also, I should add, as long as it's about the similar kind of design. So these have these kind of rings. Sometimes I've encountered some protectors that are just straight up like a disc that you need to unglue and then put it directly on the lens itself. These ones are more like a protector that is like a dome or jar, kind of lid. So you kind of put it on top and it glues itself to the land that the cameras are sitting on instead of the actual glass on top. So when you have these ones, they're super easy to apply and they work great. Now, let's look in here. We also have our little goodie bag, and in there we have a couple things that we'll be using. We have our wet wipe, we have our microfiber, and we have these sticky pads. Now, these are honestly for the lens purposes useless. So anyway, let's first start off with our wet wipe. And pull that out. And when cleaning it off, you want to give the good wipe of the camera, as once you clean it off, or if something would be dirty on it, you want to be able to clean it once you apply the protector. And also you want to give the wipe of the island. So basically do this like around it. And reason for that is, if there's any kind of oils, this would obviously kind of decrease the adhesiveness of this protector, right? So you want to give this a wipe. This is alcohol based, so it does remove any kind of finger oils pretty well. You want to give it all around the cameras themselves and the top of the camera. You can then grab your microfiber, give it a wipe. And once you're done wiping, you can first check out that there's no dust. There isn't. Put back the actual microfiber back on here. So I'm going to keep it like this, just because it's going to be easier for me to put it like down while holding it with two hands. And I'm also going to zoom in. This can get a close-up shot. So before I go apply it, I'm going to quickly talk about this. The way you apply this is by removing the back of it and then just straight up taking the entire thing and plopping it down. Now, because these rings have glue on the outside of them, as in the, it's like if this is the black portion, that would have glue on the opposite side from the bottom. So sometimes what will happen is when you're putting it down, just bring this here, you will basically have it off center, so this is supposed to glue to the back right here instead of this. Sometimes if you put it off center, the glue will adhere to the actual lens itself, which it's not supposed to. It's supposed to go that this thing's supposed to basically go over the lens. So when putting it down, give it like a little wiggle, make sure that it falls in place. And one more thing, you can quickly check. Right now you can see that there is a little bit of like a black ring around these lenses. So anyway, this will become important to later on check out if it's laying correctly. You will see if those lenses are covered or not. So let's peel that off. Now I'm going to peel it off. Don't worry, these cameras, even if you flip it upside down, won't fall out. And now we're just going to remove this and set them down. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now before I pull it off, you can see that the lenses are primarily covered. Not perfectly because I didn't push it down yet, but you can see there's a little bit more space right here, right here. Here we go. So give it a nice press and then just pull off this entire plastic. And you can see that the lenses stay on the cameras. You can give it a nice little firm press. Sometimes you will have a little bit of air in here, compressed ones. I can just kind of push it down and this will get rid of it. And you can see this is applied perfectly. Now, once it gets damaged, maybe the little protector cracks, you can easily just pull them off. So we just kind of, push it off, pull it off, and you're good to go. You can replace it. So there we go. That's it. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy S26 and let me share with you how to fix up crashing. So this video will be useful if for some reason you cannot really open the app, or you're trying to open it and it tries to be opened, but instantly it crashes or freezes or whatever. So the first thing I highly recommend to do is to wipe cache. Cache are junk files, maybe not junk, but they are temporary files that are saved by your device, but they are not necessary for the proper usage of the app. Moreover, they might interfere sometimes. So for the purpose of this video, let's pretend that I've got the problem with Google Chrome. So all we have to do is to find the Google Chrome, tap on it and hold it, and then tap on this info icon in the right upper corner. So the first thing, as I said, are the cache. So let's scroll down to the usage section and go to storage. Here we've got the cache section, so just tap on clear cache here, and as you can see, your device will immediately remove cache. You can try to open the app right now, but I highly recommend to also forcefully stop it. It is because that sometimes the app is still opened in the background, even though we think that we've closed it. And it actually is frozen in the background and we cannot really reopen it, etc, etc. So force stop is a really good option. So just tap on force stop right here, tap on OK, and now we just forcefully stopped all of the processes which were ongoing with this app, so we can try to open the app again. If that didn't work, then it is possible that the app is, well, let's say old. I mean, you need to check for the updates because sometimes the older app versions don't really work on the newer software versions. So to do that, we have to simply open the Google Play Store, which is somewhere here. So you need to be logged in, be aware, you need also the internet connection, and then we can simply search for our app. In my case, Chrome, of course. And right here, we've got the results. Basically, if you've got the update pending, your device will show it to you. So instead of open, you will have this big update icon. And I really highly recommend to simply tap on update, and your device will download the newest version and overwrite it over the older one. All right, so this is one of the solutions, and to be honest, usually it works the best if it comes to fixing the app. However, sometimes the whole update installation might also cause some problems because of this overwriting thing. During that process, there could be some errors, some kind of problems, and we can easily fix that. So if after update you cannot really still use the app, simply come back to this section and tap on the Google Chrome and tap on uninstall. Let your device fully uninstall the app and then install it again. It will work because your device will download and install the newest app version directly without this overwriting thing. So we are minimizing the situations that could appear with some kind of problems. So uninstalling and installing it again is the best idea if, of course, the update didn't work. And as a last resort, I also highly recommend to check for your system updates. And it is not a direct solution for the app, but it could also work because it is the same situation as in the previous update. When you've got the older system and you've got newer apps, there also might be some kind of misunderstanding between the software and the app. So to check for the updates, you have to go to the settings. Right here, we have to scroll all the way down to find the software updates and simply tap on check for updates. Your device will check for the available updates. And if you've got one, I highly recommend to simply tap on update or download the update. Alright, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix speaker not working on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and check the volume levels in the settings. We want to make sure that the media volume is set to the max. So we're going to go open settings, go to settings, sound and vibration. We're going to go to volume, and here we want to make sure that media is turned all the way to the right side. Now after that, what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that the speaker grill on the bottom is clean. So here we have it, as you guys can see. Now we want to make sure that it's clean. If it's not, then simply we will take all the dust. And we don't want it because it's very important to let audio through the speakers. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to go over and disable Bluetooth. We go to connections right up top here. And my Bluetooth is already disabled, but as you guys can see, once I turn this, let me quickly turn this off, it will look like this. We want to make sure to disable it because we want to make sure that audio is not rerouted from any other device. After that, what we're doing is we're going to go and press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Keep on holding them until we see the power menu and tap on restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now it's restarting, and this way we refresh the system. So I'll see you guys once the restart is done. After the restart, what you guys can do is go over into the settings and then scroll all the way down to software update. Click check for updates and make sure that you're on the latest version. It's very important because you want to make sure that there's no old glitches laying around on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix overheating during 4K video recording on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is lower the screen brightness. It's very important because it won't damage your recording, but it only takes up your battery. So go here and lower the recording. Sorry, not the recording, but the brightness. I cannot do that because the camera will make my screen flickery, so we don't want it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to remove any thick phone cases to make sure that there's heat dissipation, so the heat is not trapped under the case and it's not heating up our phone even more. So I do not have a case, but if you do, then I recommend you guys taking it off for the time of recording. Next, what you guys want to do is make sure that your phone is not charging while recording. It's very important because whenever you're recording in the 4K and 60, your phone can heat up a little, and everybody knows that when your phone heats up, it gets just worse. So we don't want it, definitely. And after not charging it while recording, what you guys can do as a last resort is go over into the settings, go to the battery, and here in the power saving, you enable it and go to standard. Here you guys can limit your CPU speed to 70%. It's very important because it will lower the CPU and basically your phone will last a bit longer. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix auto brightness not working on your Samsung S26. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to go over into the settings. Now in those settings, we're going to scroll down to display. Here in the display, we want to make sure that adaptive brightness is enabled, so we can enable it. And once you got a problem with it, you simply disable it and enable it. So this is our auto brightness. Now, what you guys want to do next is simply grab the microfiber cloth, and what you guys want to do with it is clean the ambient light near the front camera. So we got it right here. Now we want to make sure that we get rid of everything that may be blocking it. And after the clean, what we're going to do is we're going to go over and restart the phone to reset the sensors. So we want to refresh them. We want to press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Keep on holding them until you see the power menu. Tap restart and tap again to restart the phone. So I'll see you guys in a second once the phone restarts completely. After the restart, what you guys want to do as a last resort is check for software updates. So open up the settings, now scroll down until you guys see software update, and here click check for updates. As you guys can see, I am on the latest version, so my software is up to date. But if yours isn't, I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software. So you update your software to get rid of any old glitches that are laying around on your device. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix headphones not detected on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is, if you are using the USB-C headphones, then you want to make sure that you clean the charging port first. Because as we all know, the dust can block a lot of connections. So we're going to go over and check the USB-C port right at the bottom here. There's no issues with mine. I know that it is clean for a fact. Now, what you guys want to do next is simply go over, and what you guys can do is restart the phone. So hold the power button and the volume down button at the same time and press restart. Tap again to restart the phone, and now it's restarting. So I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. After the restart, what you guys want to do is make sure that if you use an adapter for a 3.5mm headphone jack, you do it with the original one or the certified one. You don't want to be using no cheap adapters. It's very important because if you use a cheap adapter, it can break down any second and you will have no idea when or why. Next, what you guys can do as a last resort here is update your phone's software. So this also goes for the Bluetooth headphones. We're going to go over into the settings and do that. We're going to open up the settings app, and here in the settings, we're going to scroll a bit down to software update, tap check for updates. And that's basically how you guys can check it. So now we're going to move on to the Bluetooth headphones. What we're going to do first is we're going to go over to connections and go to Bluetooth. If your Bluetooth was off, then turn it on. And if it was turned on, then simply turn it off and turn it on again. So we're going to do a quick restart here with the Bluetooth, just like that. And now what you guys can do is, if your headphones are already paired with the device, then simply unpair them and repair them again. So let me quickly scan for my headphones. I'll quickly connect them. Now we're going to click pair at the bottom, and we're going to press on the gear icon right here. press unpair at the bottom and click unpair again. Now they are gone, and now we have to repair the same headphones. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them into the pairing mode. You pair every single device differently, so you need to find your method and then click scan. We're gonna click here. As you guys can see, now they are pairing. We're gonna click pair, and that's how you guys can do that. So what you guys want to do next is make sure that your headphones are charged fully. Once I've had the situation where my headphones were at 60% and they wouldn't connect, but once I charged them up to 100, they connected without any issues. So after that, what you guys can do as a last resort is avoid the device interference. So for example, if I connect my headphones to the Samsung and to the iPhone, they will connect with the iPhone first. But if I turn the Bluetooth off on the iPhone, then they will connect with the Samsung. So we want to make sure that there's no device stopping in between. And as a last resort, of course, update your software, but this is what I've already showed you. You go to software update, check for updates, and make sure that you're on the latest version. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. And leave a like, sub, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix battery drain on your Samsung S26. First, what you guys want to do is go to the battery settings. So we're going to unlock the phone. Now we're going to go over to settings, and here in the settings, we're going to scroll a bit down until we see the battery. Now we click onto the battery, and here what we're going to do is we're going to detect the apps that have the highest usage. We're going to go and click view details, and here we're going to go and let's say select Google Play services. We cannot do anything to this app. Now let's go to the Google Play Store and now click background usage limits and make sure to put it to sleep or deep sleep. So the difference between sleep and deep sleep, basically when an app is put into the deep sleep, then it will never run in the background. It will only launch itself whenever you open it, so like that. Now let's say those settings are working in the background. The deep sleeping app won't work in the background ever, and now it'll work. So here you guys can select the apps like this, but you need to actually have apps installed. I do not, so you guys need to actually get the apps, then you will simply see if there's something that you can do. So here, for example, YouTube background usage limits and put in deep sleep. So that's what you guys can do. Next, what you guys want to do is uninstall some bloatware. So if you do not need something from your device, then simply hold it right here, click uninstall, and uninstall the apps that you know that you won't need. This is very important because bloatware can also drain your battery. And what you guys can do next is install AccuBattery from the Play Store. So let's go to search and search for the AccuBattery. Here what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this app right here, click install. And now it's installing, so that's how you guys can do that. Let's click open, and here we're gonna scroll a bit down. You can set the design capacity right here, so like this. Let's go click finish, and now you want to see the errors. So this is not an error, this is basically the app that is restricted for the background use, but we're not here to discuss the background. We're here to see if there are some glitches. Right up top here, there's nothing, so you guys shouldn't be worried if you have the same info as me. Now after that, what you guys want to do is restart the phone. So this is almost the last resort. We're gonna press the power button, the volume down button, and restart. Now tap again to restart, and we're doing that because we want to make sure that we refresh our system. So I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. And after the restart, if there are still some issues with your battery, what you guys want to do is go to the authorized device center, because there may be an error that a user cannot find. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to use wireless power share on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into these settings. Now in those settings, swipe down to battery and scroll down until you guys see wireless power sharing. Now, as you guys can see here, you can change the battery limit, so you will only charge until your phone goes to 30%. Here you guys can enable it, and as you guys can see, now it's ready to charge. We just need to put the center of the phone back to back with another device, and you can also do that with the, let's say, AirPods. You can just place it right here, and as you guys can see, it is charging. We got the light right here, and now if you just remove them, you still have an option to charge anything else. So that's basically how you guys can use the wireless power sharing. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S26, and today I will show you a couple tricks you can do on this phone. Okay, so I will start off by just quickly mentioning these won't be, for the most part, like complicated or anything like that. These are just things that I personally use on a daily basis or change on the phones if I can. So this will be just from this kind of perspective. So some of them you just might find a little bit boring or uninspiring, let's be honest. So let's get started. Now I'm going to start with the one that is a little bit more inspiring, I would say. So if we go into our settings, in here you will find Galaxy AI, which you will ignore because at this point I'm pretty sure we all fed up with this bullshit. But below that we have a nice option called Modes and Routines, and specifically I'm talking about routines. This is an amazing place where you can just create actions. It's basically something similar to how you can set up your smart home to, have this kind of if-then. So we can create one, and let's say if, and you can have a bunch of different things to select from. As you can see, this is a pretty vast list. So let's say if I connect to Wi-Fi, I'm just going to search for Wi-Fi, and I can specify Wi-Fi network, Wi-Fi strength, or just Wi-Fi as in the physical thing, if it's on or off. So I'm going to go with the network specifically. So if I'm connected and I can add specific network, so I'm going to choose the one that I'm connected to right now, and we can select done. So right now, if I'm connected to this network, I can add additional things, like for instance, search, let's say time, specific time. If I'm connected to this network at, let's say 7 a.m. Repeat every day. Done. So if I'm connected at this time to this network, then let's say we're gonna do not disturb mode on. So right now you can see we can also name it, so DND, done. So now we have DND mode. So when I basically, this is a work network, so the moment I connect to network at 7 a.m. Or whatever time you would be arriving to your workout, though keep in mind you want to set it out at the time you already are at work. So if you're arriving at 7, maybe give it like 10 minutes, so 7:10, as I don't think it's like it's just exactly at this time. If it's a minute after, it might not trigger. But I think there is probably a way to also make it a time period instead. But this is good enough as an example. So when I'm at work, this would trigger it. Now I can add another one that would turn it off, and I can, for instance, instead of having it on time-based, I could do it differently. I could search for if let's see, GPS maybe? Oh, come on. I know that there's a location. Let's see, modes, let's try. See, bedtime travel. Place. Oh, there we go. So it's called place. So if place, there we go. Let's see this one. I leave it. Then, again, DND, just to go back to the do not disturb mode, is off. So the moment I leave this location, do not disturb mode would get basically turned off. And it just kind of allows me to have it automated. Now, this is just a very simple kind of thing that I did right here. But you can push it further. As an example, things that you could set up is if you have smart home appliances, this allows you to connect to your smart things, which allows you to connect or control your smart home. And if you have things added in there, you can basically have them trigger automatically based on different criteria of your device. So even if, for instance, smart things doesn't allow you to add some automations to this, this can. And this can connect to smart home or smart things application. And you could basically have automations that if you arrive at your home or specific area, right, then lights get turned on, doors get opened, your soundbar, for instance, gets turned on. When soundbar gets turned on, it automatically enters Bluetooth mode. And by also entering to Bluetooth mode, it could automatically also set the volume to, for instance, 5. Or you could automatically have it set to play music. So you can push it quite well right here, and it's just great in general to have like automations. But just know that this gets better if you have actual smart home appliances. Other than that, you're just kind of limited to the phone itself and what it can do. If you have additional smart home appliances, then you can extend it to your entire home, which just kind of gets better. Anyway, let's move on to now sound and vibration. Now in here, we have the option to separate the sound quality and effects option. So this is a great option, which I personally like, which is this one, adapt sound right here. Now, I'm gonna again allow. Now, I won't be able to show you the exact mode that I want to, or the option. But if we turn that on, we can choose from this options right here. So what this is basically a options for hearing loss that you develop over the years. So we have under 30, 30 to 60, and over 60. So what this would do is basically enable a custom equalizer that is designed for this kind of age group that would develop just a traditional kind of hearing loss from age. And it would boost up these frequencies that these people would hear less of now. Now, this is all nice and dandy in itself. This option is great, and I feel like that does improve the sound quality. But what I also want to point out is this can be used in a little bit of a different way. So, let's say you have crappy earbuds. Now, I have the Samsung, these are Buds 2. So, let's say you have crappy earbuds. Let's say these. And they struggle to reproduce specific sound frequencies. So instead of selecting one of these options right here, what you would do instead, when these are connected, you just select right here to add one. So add personalized sound profile, and you would start it. But you do need to have earbuds or headphones for this. They need to be connected to your device, and you need to have them on right now. And when you do, make sure you're in a sound controlled room where you don't have too much noise, because the sounds that will be played, you don't get to increase or decrease them. They have their own specific level that they're playing at. And also they are very faint. I mean, this can kind of differ based on the headphones or earbuds that you're using. So depending on them, in some cases it might be a little bit louder or it might be much quieter. But what it will do is play faint sounds through either left or right earbud and give you a test if you can hear them or not, this sound. Now, you don't need to basically say that, it's left or right or anything like that, but you do want to basically select correctly if you can hear it or not. There's nothing wrong in not hearing it. And what this will do is create a custom profile designed for you. But what it will also potentially do is when you have crappy earbuds, as an example, and you can't hear frequencies that it's playing, it potentially might not be your problem that you can't hear them. It might not be your hearing that is bad. It could potentially be the buds that are crappy, and they just fail to reproduce specific sound frequencies as well. And because they fail at that, you won't be able to hear them when the phone is trying to play them back. So when you select that you can't hear it, it would boost these frequencies, trying to make up for the crappy kind of profile of the buds that you might be using, which, for instance, I don't know, maybe focused too much on bass and treble, but mid-end or like mids are just kind of crap, right? So you can't hear them too well. So by not hearing mids, you select that you can't hear them, and it would boost them up, hopefully getting a little bit closer to, you know, what these buds would go with bass and treble. So that's kind of one of the upsides of setting this up. And once you set it up, it's working system-wide. So no matter what you have, if it's playing sound, it's being affected by this, and you don't need to specify any applications or anything like that. It just always works. So it's pretty great. Now, another thing in here is Dolby Atmos. Now, truth be told, I'm not exactly sure if this is going to fake Dolby Atmos or if it's just going to play it when it's available. Experience breakthrough audio for media playback that flows above and around you. Now, again, this doesn't really answer my question, to be completely honest. But I have a suspicion, though I have never actually tested it out, that this might be playing the audio, the Dolby kind of Atmos thing, even when the source that you're listening to doesn't have it, as something needs to be mastered in Dolby Atmos for it to be played and such, right? So I have this theory because I do have a Samsung soundbar at home, and that Samsung soundbar has Dolby Atmos in it, right? So when content is mastered for Dolby Atmos, I can play it in this. But I can also play music in Dolby Atmos from things like YouTube, as an example. YouTube most certainly does not support Dolby Atmos. And my browser definitely doesn't do that either. And the soundbar basically takes the 2.1 stereo sound, and then it converts it to Atmos. So it starts to play through height channels on its own when it thinks it should be playing it. And truth be told, at least on my soundbar, it's doing a pretty damn good job. I never had like a problem where, you know, it's just kind of all around, no pointlessly, stuff like that. It does do it tastefully, and it does sound good. And in this case, I would actually recommend checking this out. Now, another thing in here that you can find, which also will affect your sound quality, is the equalizer. Now, in here, you can create your custom equalizer right here, or you can choose from the pre-made bunch, like bass boost, dynamic, treble boost, and so on. So you can tune the sound to your specific wants, and you're good to go. Additionally, also, if you have earbuds, you can do this as well, specifically like I think any actually earbuds. I just demonstrated. I'm going to pull up my phone as it is connected on it. So there we go. So if I open it up, as that will allow it to connect. Give it a second. There we go. It's connected. So if I go into the settings, I can change things like the ambient noise, so ambient sounds and whatever, but I can also do sound quality and effects right here, and I can do things like the 360 audio. I can do the equalizer, so it's balanced right now. I can change it to whatever. Though these buds themselves, for some reason, don't support equalizer, or equalizer as in like custom mode. I know that for instance, on this phone, the 3 Pro do support custom, and I presume 4 Pro as well, though I haven't tested it out. I don't have them. So 3 Pro do have custom in here. The 2 that I have right here and also 2 Pro do not. So this could be just a limitation of the buds themselves. But it's an option for you in here that you can utilize. And you have other options in here to check out as well if you want to. And some of these options in here that you find when, for instance, using Samsung buds are also going to be present with other brands. So I have JLabs as well, earbuds. And I know that, for instance, things like the sound profile, I can also change in there as well, if I remember correctly. So that's one thing. Actually, quickly checking something. I want to go also into right here on my phone and see if I have the same option. I am running the older version of One UI. So sound and vibration, sound quality. Oops, not this. Okay, so I do have custom mode in here that I can tweak as well. So that's actually pretty neat. So this would also impact the earbuds as well. So I guess that's kind of a way around if you have these, and if you go into the settings of them and you can't really change the, equalizer in there to custom one, you can go in here to the sound and vibration and change it just system wide. Okay, now let's move on. So we're gonna go back to the main settings page, and we're gonna move to the display, back to the uninspired ones, by the way. And we have things like light and dark mode. Let's ignore that. But under the dark mode settings, we have additional options like the schedule mode. So if you enable it, you can have it on sunset to sunrise or on a custom timer. So your phone will switch from light mode to dark mode when the sun goes down, and vice versa. Now, this is a pretty handy option if you, for instance, wake up at night and you want to check the time on your phone, and you just, flip the little power button and you get flashbanged by your device. That's not fun. This basically kind of prevents it from happening. Another thing in here, a little bit further down the list, is things like screen mode. We have vivid and natural. Now, I do want to give props to Samsung. They did tone down the colors of their vivid mode. It was egregiously overdone before, and nowadays, I mean, it's still overcooked a little bit. The reds are still way too red. So it looks like they made the natural a little bit more vibrant than it was previously, as the reds are still way out there. But you can kind of quickly take a look at different pictures and see how it affects it. In certain cases, like blue right here isn't that affected, yellow as well. Reds, I don't see much of a difference here. So that's a fade in, so it's not as visible, but the natural has a toned down color tone right here, and also the entire display starts to have a little bit of a warmer tone to it, which I personally prefer. Now, additionally, you also have the adaptive color tone. This tries to use the selfie camera to try to match the tone of the lights that you're in. Now, I find that Samsung, at least maybe it's this environment right here, is doing it a little bit poorly. On the camera, honestly, it actually seems pretty damn good. So on the camera, if you look at the white right here and the white of the table, these look very close to each other, I'm not gonna lie. But this is only on a camera, these on my crappy little LCD display. If I check out the viewfinder on the actual camcorder, that's no longer the case. And if I look at it physically, oh boy, they definitely do mismatch. So this tries to kind of match the lighting of the room. So in theory, if I have a lot of warm lighting, the white table that is right here, this is just normal white table, should become a little bit more kind of yellowish in tone just from the lighting, right? As it's being illuminated by warmer light. And what this phone would try to do is just kind of imitate that same effect as a table would. It would check for the lights if they're warm. It would add a little bit more warmer yellowish kind of colors to it to try to imitate that same kind of thing. Now, chances are that it could basically be picking up one of those lights a little bit more than the other one. And because of that, it becomes a little bit more too yellow, in my case, than it should. So this just could be the setup that I'm in here that is affecting it. Now, as you can see, when I turn it on, it automatically snaps into this like almost blue kind of image, which even looks more mismatched on viewfinder now. Now, anyway, another thing in here is the motion smoothness, and there's two modes, standard and adaptive. In general, quickly choose whichever one you prefer. If you can see a difference between them, choose standard. Reason for this logic is if you can't see a difference, standard will get you better battery life, while adaptive gets you this nice smooth motion. So everything looks just battery smooth. And here we have a comparison, but this comparison is exaggerated so you can see the difference clearer. It's not a realistic refresh rate right here. At least I don't think so. This is like way too choppy. So choose whichever one you want, or whichever one you actually see. Because if you don't see a difference, the standard gets you better battery life. I would also maybe potentially be looking into the future and here for updates that, for instance, something like Xiaomi has implemented, a basis that allows you to customize certain applications to not run at a high refresh rate. So you could go into like at least on Xiaomi's, it's basically a separate, a different even toggle where it's like a custom one, and you can have it run up to 120 frames, but you can also select that certain applications are excluded from this high refresh rate, so they would run only at 60. And this would be great if this shows up here eventually, which I think it probably will, as it's a good option for power management specifically. And let's be honest, Samsung hasn't really innovated with their battery. They haven't included silicon carbon, so they might potentially try to do this to extend their battery life even further using trickery like this. And by doing so, for instance, applications maybe like Netflix, they wouldn't really need that high refresh rate, as shows and movies that you're watching are going to be playing at 24 frames. And because content is moving, your screen is refreshing at 120 instead of the 24 of the content that you're watching. So it's wasting a lot of energy by selecting or excluding certain applications from being run at high refresh rates. This would potentially allow you to extend your battery life further, even when doing things like watching shows. Now, in here, we have also a couple of nice features like the navigation bar, though I'm going to come back to this one later on once I get something else, or I might be actually showing this on my phone. That will make sense later on. But additionally, we also have the edge, the edge panel. There we go. And Edge panel is enabled by default on a device. You can kind of see it right here, this little thingy thing that is poking out just slightly on the side of the screen. This could also be on the other side, but whatever it is, when you swipe up on it, it pulls up. It also gives you this quick little info. Touch and hold the Edge panel, handle to use AI select. Cool, we don't care. Now, in here we have a couple of the crappy little features of AI, which probably much of the people don't use. And we have actual useful things like applications. Now, first of all, I'm going to show you how to get rid of this garbage, as this wasn't there before. If you use Samsung devices before, you have seen the Edge panel, but you haven't seen this dog shit. So we can actually get rid of it, as, let's be honest, it's a piece of shit that no one cares about. So we're going to click right here on the three dots, and we're just going to boop, 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 deselect it all. Now we can go back, and would you look at that? It's gone. The garbage that no one asked for and no one cares for, it's now gone. Now you can additionally, obviously, add additional applications to here. And when you go back, there we go, we have more. If you add even more, this list becomes actually scrollable. And other than just being able to launch your applications from here, which if you never use this, you might be thinking, cool, why would I care about a bar if I can just, launch them from here? Well, the reason for that is, you can grab something like Chrome by holding it, you can drag it into the middle and drop it, and this will open it up in a pop-up view. I can also click on it to open it up in a pop-up view as well. And I can now use my browser. Oh, for God's sakes, Google, piss off. So there it is, there's my browser. I can move it to the side to minimize it. I can go back to using my settings. I can also use it while this is open. So you can see. I can also minimize it to an app head by clicking on the minimize button. I can split screen it, which I find a different option of split screening a little bit more useful, which is by holding this. When you hold it, it does have this, as you've seen, this effect. So just to show the, close this up, just so you can see this a little bit better with a more contrasty background. So if I start holding this and this little bar right here, it, as you've seen, changes size and it has kind of like wobbly effect a little bit. So when that happens, I can either drag it to the top, and you can see that the entire background of the top page changes. So now if I drop it here, it would split screen at the top, at the bottom, or obviously stay as it is. And if you don't hold it, obviously you can just drag it to the top of the screen, bottom of the screen, whatever you want. Just keep in mind, if you drag it too far to the bottom, you do have a close option right here. So it just gets rid of it. Now, furthermore, let's actually open up split screening. So I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do, let's do this. There we go. And I have two different applications open. Now I can resize them as I want. There is a limit though, as you can see. If I push it further, I just close it, by the way. So once it's resized the way I want to, I can click on these three dots right here. And I can either flip it around with these arrows, so Google would then go to the bottom and N22 would go to the top, or I can click on the star. The star allows you to save this app combination, and you can save it either to your home screen or the edge panel, or both obviously. But I'm going to select it to the edge panel. That's usually where I would launch this from anyway. So now, if I clear all of this out, I can just pull out the edge panel, click on this, and instantly it snaps into both of these applications at the same time. Now, this probably isn't the most favorable combo that I have selected, but you're not limited to, this combo. You can choose whatever you want to use at the same time. Though I will give you a little bit of a heads up, you are not always able to split screen every application. Certain apps sometimes do block the split screening. So as an example, I think photos might be, or camera might be one of those. Let's test. No, now it actually can do it. Okay, so they changed it. But like I said, you might find some applications that you won't be able to split screen. When you do, it's just going to straight up close the application that you're trying to split screen with. The one that can't will be just poofed, closed. So that's one thing that is associated with the little side panel right here. What we can also do is, if we go into, I want to go to settings. Let me just, there we go. There's a settings option. So when you pull it out, you actually get the settings option right here. This does disappear on its own after a moment. There we go. So keep that in mind. Now, when you go into the settings, we can do one thing that I personally like to do, which is the handle, editing it. Handle is this, obviously, the bar that you need to swipe up on to activate it. What I personally like to do is, first I'm going to change it to a bit more visible color and transparency low so you can see it better. So you can now clearly see it. And I like to position it where the volume rockers are. And I also like to adjust the size to be exactly as the volume rockers. So I think something like this. There we go. That's pretty close. So that's all I want to do. And from there, once it's in this position, I go transparency max. Now right now we can still see it, so it doesn't look like much has happened. But when you go back, it just straight up vanishes from view. Now, the reason we selected it onto the volume rockers is because now I know where to swipe up, where the volumes are. So here are my volume buttons, and that's where the bar is. Swipe up. So it becomes pretty easy to just know where it is, while having it like completely invisible and not show up on your screen whatsoever. Additional things in here is panels. So you can add some panels that are preloaded with the device. You can add maybe something like weather as an example. So if I swipe it up, I can now swipe between these pages and it will show me both. Now, there's also, most of the time when you're logged into a Samsung account, you will find a Samsung Store button right here, which will take you to their store where you will be able to find additional panels. Now, I do want to be upfront, they're usually paid. So they don't cost much, at least last time I checked it was like $1 or 99 cents and $1.99. So it's, relatively affordable. It just kind of sucks that you need to spend a little bit more money on something that you already spend a decent amount of money, meaning the phone itself. But hey, if something is there that really kind of, tickles your pickle, $1.99 isn't that expensive, so you can just probably get it. And you can add it then onto that panel. Now, moving to the things that I wanted to show you, which I won't be able to, I believe, because if I try to launch the store, I would most likely need to sign in. Where's the store? Am I blind? Samsung's... Where the hell is it? You know what? I'm just going to search. There we go. Yep, and so I need to sign in, unfortunately. So I'm going to show this on my phone. Now, my phone is the S25. It's the previous year's model. But I'm going to launch the store. And here it is. So here's the Galaxy Store, as you can clearly see. Now, in here, what you can search for is Good Luck, which you can see it right here. I'm going to just click on it. And Good Luck is the Samsung's exclusive kind of application for customization. So I already have it downloaded. So I'm just going to quickly click on it and then select So I guess I'm gonna update it. Okay. Can't open it without updating, at least not from here. I can definitely open it up from the apps. But anyway, now that it's updated, I can just open it up. And in here, I use two different things. Ones that I personally like. Now you can check out other things in here. You just click on it, read the description, and see what maybe you enjoy out of here. But I have two different things that I personally love, which first one is the Navstar. Navstar is responsible for editing your navigation bar. So if I go into the settings right here, back to the display, and then navigation bar, you can see I can choose gestures or buttons. Under more options, I just have the sensitivity of back gesture, which is this one. So not much in terms of customization right here. It's actually less than there used to be options in here, as before we had the option to hide the guide bar, which is no longer visible in here. So by installing this application, you can add things like, number one, you have to toggle it on. And from there, I can, number one, enable this, enable extra gesture settings, and or alternatively, I'm just going to quickly turn that off. Beats me why it just turned on buttons. Let me just fix that up quickly. So display. Okay, there we go. So once you switch to gestures, it also switches what's visible in here. But so now, once I turn this off, I have the options right here. So you can turn this on. Gesture handle. And a gesture handle is basically the guide bar at the bottom, which is, holy hell, almost completely invisible. Will this help? Yes, it does. So you can now see it right here. I can see it's much smaller than what we have right here. It's also less visible. So what this allows you to do is just kind of edit the size of this. So you can change the opacity of it, the size of it. You can't get rid of it fully in here, but you can change it. You can also change the color of it to other ones if you want to. So it gives you a bit of customization, as well as, let me just go back to this. There we go. As well as if we enable the extra gesture settings, if I turn that on, I can now go and just do this off the screen. And there we go. So I went back to the settings for, well, basically right here under more settings. I'm going to click on more settings here as well. And now we can see a bit of a difference. I have the old school gestures from Samsung, the one where they had like the 3-button kind of swipe ups. I have the normal gestures, which are selected by default. I have the gesture hint, which is this again. I can just straight up get rid of it. And while we're on top of this, when we completely get rid of it, what I can do now as well is typically before on other devices. So I do want to give complete props to Samsung for doing this. I genuinely love that a company like Samsung doesn't consider the user, which would be me, to be room temperatured IQ. And what I mean by that is you have circle to search option enabled by default on your device. And just to show this, this is circle to search. It's a Google kind of search option. And whenever you hide guide bar on every other device, this feature automatically gets turned off because, God forbid, you didn't know where the freaking bottom of the screen is. It's such a confusing idea that I need to hold the guide bar, which is at the bottom of the page. If it's invisible, oh no, where did it go? No one knows. No one knows where the bottom of the page is, where the guide bar usually is, even though I'm still swiping up on it to go home. So obviously I find it to be a moronic kind of thing. But Samsung here allows me to still launch it when it's invisible. Truly groundbreaking things right here. So props for that, because this feature is generally amazing. And the fact that I can have it and use it without having the guide bar visible is, I would say, truly groundbreaking. And though it's such a simple option, but no other company seems to figure this out. So with that out of the way, we can also now talk about the circle to search. Now, contrary to what it's named, the option itself isn't necessarily circle to start searching, as you'd possibly think. At least that's how I thought initially, till I learned how to use it, because I was confused why I can't launch it. You hold the bottom of the bar right here to launch it, as you've seen me do before. Let me just close this so you can see it. There we go. If you use buttons, so I'm going to switch quickly, you just hold the home button and it does the same thing. So with this, you can launch this option and you can do things like, for instance, selecting text from areas where you typically wouldn't be able to select text, like the settings. Now, depending on what you want to do, you can go a couple different ways. You can circle to search, you can swipe diagonally, or you can just swipe across something. You can click. I generally actually use the diagonal swipe, or just swipe like this over text, or just click on an image to use one of those two features instead of circling to search it. So as an example, I would just do, if I want to select only this thing, more options, I'll do it like this. So how you go about navigating through this, it's completely up to you, but that's one thing that you can do. Next is, if let's bring up something. This is pretty good, at least for starters. So here I have no focus. There we go. Now I do. So here I have just a simple box from KZ or KB02 earbuds, or sorry, IEMs. And at the back I have just multiple language instruction, or more like an info sheet. So I'm going to launch a camera. Now I can either take a photo of this, or I can just point the camera at it and hold the bar at the bottom right here. So if I hold it, just so you can see this, it would freeze the image. Obviously you can see that it's frozen when the circle to search launches. And I can now either select text from here. So I'll just zoom in. So you can see I can select text from here, or what I can do instead, which is, let's do that again. I can click on the translate option right here. It automatically detects text right here. Now there is two different languages. There is Chinese, which I think it's more like Mandarin, but and there is Japanese, which I think is right here, or what here. So you can see it right now. So we have two different languages. Now it only labels one of them right here. As you can see, Chinese, it's kind of cut out, but that's what it says. And it converts it to English, but it actually does both of them. So you can see the one at the top and the one at the bottom right here are both translated. And you can see it overlays it in the area where the previous text was. It just completely replaces it. And it does try to match the background that is of the, of what's around here, and just tries to remove, using that background, the text, the original text. So that's why you end up with things like this. You can see this kind of weirdness happening right here. That's from this blurring feature, not very working too well, but hey, still, I would say it's pretty damn good for what it's actually doing, which is just straight up translating the image and swapping the text out. So that's one thing. Another thing that you can use this for is just basically an image search. Now, you might find something while you're going about your day that you're trying to figure out what the hell that is. As an example, let's just maybe point it out at the keyboard that I have right here. So I honestly don't remember what the damn name of this is. It's something like Faker or something, whatever. I remember the model, it's Galaxy 80. So what, I'm going to point out the camera at this. And what, this time around, I'm just going to take a photo. So now I can go back to this photo, and I'm going to launch circle to search. And instead of, again, circling, I'm just going to simply click on it. It automatically selects selects the entire image, and hey, would you look at that, it just found it. So that's one thing. You can also do this for other kind of wonky things, like One thing that I find it useful for is when you have watches. I have just like, you know, typical, or maybe not typical, but it's a Timex. Now this one is to be more precise, to, you know, make it a little bit more informative. This is the Timex Waterbury date automatic watch. And other than that, if you're looking at an image, you can basically kind of gain some of this information just by looking at it. You can see the day and date. You can see that it's a Waterbury because of the logo that is right here. And other than that, good luck finding it. Timex makes heap loads of Waterburys. Not all of them are mechanical, but Google search is also not the greatest at finding them. And here you can kind of see it right here at the back. Now, if I were to search for this, it's gonna, from what I know, it's gonna find one of them, as there's also different kind of variants of this same watch. So they would have a different dial color. So anyway, let's go to our browser and search for Timex Waterbury date. And if I go into images, let's see if it's gonna find it. I can see a green dial, like I mentioned. So there are different versions of it. So it's recommending me one of them. But if I start scrolling down and I want to find this one, there is one that is very close to this. I would say it's basically this, but this one actually comes with a leather strap out of the box. This one comes with a metal one, right? And also the dial doesn't look like it's the sunburst on here, while this one looks like it has a more of a sunburst, and you can see the second arrow is green. So it's not really the same one. So you know what, let's continue on. Not it, not it, not it, not it. Nothing is it here, nothing here either. Nothing here, nope. And this looks kind of nice. But anyway, not it, obviously. So I think the same one, right? Yep, that's the green dial one, or green second arrow. So you can see it's not finding it, obviously. It found the original one, like the green dial one, but that's going to present me with a different model number. So if I'm looking for exactly this one, which has a different leather strap as it's brown instead of black, and I want the black dial instead of green one, it obviously will be a little bit more difficult, as the model number here is off by like 100, I think, or whatever, but you wouldn't know that normally, the difference, right? So instead, I can just grab the phone, either point the camera at it or take a photo, whichever one is easier for me. And let's open up this photo, and again launch Circle to search. Click on it. Okay, even no. So this time around it failed. I think it's due to lighting. Usually it does do a better job. Let me try again. As I can see that the lighting of it is a little bit iffy. Okay, hopefully this will be a little bit better now. Let's try it again. Come on. It's 4800, not 4900. So it usually does a better job. It seems like the Samsung cameras are a little bit shit when it comes down to capturing the colors correctly. So Google is failing to find the image because the colors are screwed up. So this is something that I can see right here on the image as well. It's a little bit off, I would say. So it's failing to really define what the colors here are correctly. So it's messing it up. And as I mentioned, the difference is, I think the 900 that is showing me right here. Yeah, the 4900 or 4900 is the black one that I originally saw in the search. The one that I have right here is the 800. So it's like I said, 100 difference. But let's see, maybe it shows me, it does show me the thing that I would be looking for, which is the correct one. There we go, 4800 ending. And actually, funny enough, this is the exact one that I have right here from this person on this site. So yeah, there we go. So it finds it just fine. Google this time around kind of screwed up showing me the info, but from my experience, it usually shows me info correctly, what the actual thing is. And obviously, if this isn't correct, or if you don't know if it's correct, you can just scroll down and start to look at options. As you can see, this is 4800, so that's incorrect as it has a black strap, so that's not it. But this one is the correct one, obviously, with a brown strap and green dial right here. Is it even? Oh, there we go. There's a green dial. So this would be the 47. Oh, so 47 is or the one that is green dial, brown or leather strap. The black leather strap is 48, and the 49 is the black on, I think, black. So yeah, like I said, there is a little bit of wonkiness happening with these, as you could be very close, but not the exact model number that you're looking at, right? Even when you try to find it. So it's pretty good at that, but it does have limitations in cases like this. This just straight up gets, it doesn't know what the hell it's looking at even. Now, due to lighting, which, there we go. You can now see a little bit better the shape of this. This, I think, was something like a fridge magnet at one point when it had the magnet. But you can see it's kind of like a diamond shaped kind of thing. And I can point a camera at this, and for the love of God, it will never find anything useful. And just to kind of do this, I'm gonna try to also edit exposures right here, just so the camera has a little bit more to go by. Now this is completely overexposed on the camera side. There we go. Let me lower down the brightness. So here we go. Now I'm gonna again launch circle to search. Just click on this. We can make it smaller. And you can see that the shape-wise it has a similar kind of vibe, but there is nothing that is exactly like this. Maybe this. This kind of looks like it. Let's see. Out of curiosity. I think that's agree. Okay, I think this is more like a stone right here. Obviously, this is plastic. So, like I said, there are some limitations to it. Anyway, one last thing that I wanted to show, if I can actually get it to happen, is, let's see, I want to grab, there we go. Let's grab a little cloth. So, one of the actual AI features. Wow, this cloth is barely visible in the recording. Let me lower it down even further. Okay, so I have a little cloth, and I'm going to launch a camera. And this is one of the AI features that Samsung has added. So if I go into video and just record a normal video, you can see this is UHD 60 frames. So I'm just going to do it a little bit off the screen because I'm dealing with the limited space right here. But and we'll see if that is going to work. So I just captured a quick little, you can see, drop. Now, let's see if I do this. Can do convert from HDR to SDR. That's kind of interesting. Private album, no. Where is the option? Nope. I'm going to quickly check this out, try to figure out how to launch it. Hopefully I don't need the Samsung account because that will be a little bit annoying. If it is, I'm just going to use my phone for this instead, but let me just quickly try to get this going. Okay, so I figured out how to get this activated. So if you start playing your video that you have captured and you start holding it, you can see it starts to move a little bit slow. When you let go, you have save slow-mo clip. So I'm going to click on that. And it's going to convert this image, add fake frames between. And now, you have a new image or new video. Okay, only saved the last portion of it, unfortunately. So let me try that again with the actual recording. I'm going to give it a little bit more space. And there we go. So let's try this now. And it looks like I'm kind of figuring that a little bit as I go. So it looks like I might need to hold it for the entire time. There we go. And I'm gonna now convert it. And let's go back to our gallery right here. And you can see just made it into a straight up slow motion. And considering this, honestly, I think was literally just a couple of frames right here. Let's quickly check. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. It's about 14 frames. And this obviously just takes those 14 frames and makes it into a much smoother kind of drop, much more fluid, more frames. So yeah, this is something that you can do with basically any kind of video that you have. And all you would need to do is just start holding your finger from the moment you want to slow it down to the moment you want to stop slowing it down. And unfortunately, it looks like it only converts that specific section and like separates it from the video and makes a new one. So it's a little bit of a shame. I would have preferred probably if it allowed you to, you know, create a new video, take the point where you're holding to slow it down, and then continue playing from that point on again. But hey, that is what it is, and it still allows you to do a neat trick right here with slow motion, which you could potentially find some kind of use case scenario. But anyway, with that being said, I am done with the things that I wanted to show you, so I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
The two main flagships of this year, the Samsung Galaxy S26 and the Xiaomi 17, the cameras that both brands are boasting about. But when you put them side by side, the difference is immediately noticeable and not always in favor of the one you'd expect. Today, a full-fledged camera battle. Photos in daylight, at night, zoom, portraits, selfies, macro, video with stabilization, everything done fairly. Both phones shot the exact same scenes under identical conditions. I'll show you the shots side by side so you can see for yourself which one does better. The camera isn't just about photo quality, it's also about everyday usability. The usual layout, modes at the bottom, zoom slider, camera switching. Everything feels familiar if you've used a Galaxy before. Quick access to settings with a swipe down. The modes are also at the bottom, but the logic is a bit different. Quick access to advanced features and lens switching is conveniently organized. The camera launches smoothly from the lock screen. Photo, video, portrait, night mode, Pro. Both phones switch modes smoothly and without delays. Verdict: the Galaxy S26 interface is simple and intuitive. Xiaomi 17 is a bit more functional for quick access to settings. Both are convenient and there is no lag. The speed of switching modes is at a good level. And let's start with daytime photos. Here, both phones should show their full capabilities. The Galaxy S26 is brighter and warmer, with moderate contrast. Xiaomi 17 has more natural colors and deeper shadows. Verdict: both cameras take high-quality photos. The Galaxy delivers brightness and a warm image, while the Xiaomi offers contrast and realism. Details are clearly visible on both. Galaxy 0.6x, Xiaomi 0.7x. The angle is slightly different, there is almost no distortion, and the sharpness at the edges is good. Xiaomi wins due to a wider scene coverage and better detail retention at the edges. White balance, color saturation, and detail level are high on both. The photos are similar, but the detail on the Xiaomi seems slightly better. Portrait mode without a telephoto lens, software-based blur. Galaxy offers several bokeh modes and hair is naturally separated from the background. Xiaomi has one mode, the background is blurred naturally and hair remains detailed. And Samsung is more flexible with artistic effects. Xiaomi is more natural and realistic. Both phones deliver a natural skin tone. Minimal beautification, the skin looks smooth. Low light, little noise, both phones handle it well. In daylight, the Galaxy is a bit brighter, while the Xiaomi looks more natural. Indoors, the results are very close. Zoom, everything above. 1x digital crop. Both have good sharpness and detail. Galaxy loses some details. Xiaomi has higher sharpness and better preserved texture. Xiaomi wins on distant objects. The Galaxy image is very blurry, details are almost unreadable. With Xiaomi, you can make out the object, the outline is preserved. And the verdict? Xiaomi is definitely better when it comes to extreme digital zoom. Macro is important for textures and small objects. Galaxy doesn't have a separate mode in the menu, but when you zoom in, you can see the details. On Xiaomi, macro works great, textures are clearly readable. Verdict: Xiaomi wins for convenience and macro quality. Galaxy also delivers a decent result. Night mode. On Galaxy, it's brighter, the contrast is higher, but some details are lost in the shadows. On Xiaomi, there's minimal noise, natural colors, and all the details are visible. Xiaomi is better for detailed and natural night photos, while Galaxy is better for a more striking image. Video stabilization and color reproduction. Galaxy is brighter, smooth, and stable. On Xiaomi, the colors are more natural and the stabilization is excellent. The smoothness is high. Both phones have top-level stabilization. On the Galaxy, slow motion looks smoother and more impressive. On the Xiaomi, slow motion is a bit less soft, but the details are clear. Recording convenience and switching lenses during shooting are smooth and lag-free on both devices. Xiaomi wins in natural color reproduction, while Galaxy excels in impressive slow-motion shooting. Both have high-level stabilization. Let's sum up. Daytime photos. Both cameras are high quality. Galaxy delivers brightness and warm tones. Xiaomi offers contrast and realism. Portraits. Xiaomi is more natural. Galaxy offers more bokeh modes. Selfies. Both cameras render skin well, minimal beautification, natural colors. Zoom. Xiaomi wins at 10 times and 30 times zoom. Galaxy loses detail on distant objects. Night shooting. Xiaomi is more detailed and natural. Galaxy is brighter and more impressive. Video. Xiaomi is more natural in terms of color. Galaxy is more impressive in slow motion. Both have excellent stabilization. Camera interface. Galaxy is minimalist and intuitive. Xiaomi is more convenient for quick settings. So, what conclusion can we draw? The Xiaomi 17 is better suited for those who value naturalness, detail, and long-range zoom. The Galaxy S26 will appeal to fans of bright, impressive shots, a variety of artistic modes, and smooth video. Both phones deserve attention in the premium budget segment. The choice depends on what matters more to you, realism or visual impact. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel. Let us know in the comments which phone was the winner for you personally. And I'll see you in the next review.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix your microphone not working on Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is clean the microphone port with a non-metallic tool. This is very important because you want to make sure that there's nothing inside of it like dust, debris that may be blocking the connection. As we all know, we got the board at the bottom, so it's really small, but you can get it through with like a let's think about it with a soft brush for an example. So there's a lot of examples. You can choose something that won't damage your port, so make sure that there's a not metallic tool. This is very important. But after you clean your microphone, everything should work, and then what you guys can do is proceed. If you got the Samsung folder, then you go over here and click voice recorder. And if you don't, then what you guys want to do is find the app in the app drawer. Here what we're going to do is we're going to select while using the app and allow. And now let's click allow here and let's start. As you guys can see now, this is our voice being recorded, and once I stop talking, the line will just simply go straight. So it does not pick any sound. Now it is picking the sound. So whenever I save it as, let's say, test 1, we're going to click save. Here we got it, and now. So that's how we know that the microphone is working. If it's still not working for you, then what you guys want to do is simply restart the phone. You press the power button, the volume down button at the same time. Now we do that to simply refresh the system. So tap restart and tap again to restart the phone. Now it's being restarted, and I'll see you guys in a second once it's done. After the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is simply update your software. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to the settings and scroll all the way down. Now tap on software update and click check for updates. As you guys can see, I do have an update available. So now it's downloading and installing. So if you are not on the latest version, just like me right now, then make sure to update. It's very important because we want to make sure that we are on the latest version and we do not struggle with any old glitches. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix the ghost touch problem on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is simply remove the screen protector or a case. Let me explain why. Basically, whenever your screen protector is not applied properly, so your screen protector is going all over to the sides of the phone, to the edges, then you can throw it away and then put in a new one. Make sure you put it perfectly onto the screen and not outside of the screen. Now, what you guys want to do for the case, if your case is covering those dark parts, those are the bezels, they are between the screen and the sides. If they are covering them and going onto the phone, then even right here, they can stop your phone from working, or they will simply tap on something all the time, just like this. So, what you guys want to do in this case, simply remove it, and now simply grab a microfiber cloth and clean your screen. So what you guys want to do is use this and give it a few swipes, and as you guys can see, the screen is now pretty much cleaned up. It looks good, and what we're going to do next is simply update our software to fix any touch glitches. So there's not much you can do. You can just update your software, and you go over into the settings, you scroll all the way down to the software update. You tap and check for updates, and you will see a result. As you guys can see, my software is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version so you do not struggle with any old glitches on your device. So thank you guys for watching. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, don't leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix the low volume problem on your Samsung S26. First, what you guys want to do is adjust media and the call volume. So to adjust the call volume, you cannot do that in the phone app or in the settings. You can only do that while being on an active call. So as you guys can see, let's go over, call up somebody now, and yeah, that's basically what you need to do. You just press on the call button, and I do not have a SIM card, but if you do, then simply press the volume up right here, and then you will increase your volume. Now for the media volume, you go over to the settings, and here in those settings, you scroll a bit down to sounds and vibration. Now you go over to volume, and here make sure that media volume is adjusted to the right, so to the max. Now what you guys want to do is leave those settings and scroll down here, and we're gonna go to looking for something else, so we do not change these settings all the time. We're gonna stay here, and we want to make sure that do not disturb is disabled right here. Also make sure that if you have schedules, then make sure to not enable them. And after disabling the do not disturb, what you guys want to do is clean your speaker or the headphone port, and that's basically your charging port. But if you're using USB-C headphones, then it also counts as the headphone port. So we got the speaker grill right here, we got the charging and the headphone port right here. So we want to make sure that there's no dust inside of them, that they are very well maintained and cleaned. And after that, what you guys can do is simply restart the phone to refresh the system. Maybe it's just a system glitch overall, it's just a phone, so it's normal that it has glitches. We're going to press the power button and the volume down button at the same time. Now tap restart and tap again to restart the device. Now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second once the restart is done. After the restart, what you guys want to do is simply go over and update your software as a last resort. So open up the settings app. We're going to go right here, and next we're going to scroll it all the way down until we see software update. Here we're going to click check for updates, make sure that you have Wi-Fi connection. And my software is up to date, but if yours isn't, you will have a button on the bottom right here close to the circle. And that's basically it. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix your Samsung S26 heating while charging. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and first understand that it's normal if you charge your device using fast charging. What we're going to do first is check for background apps that are using high power. We're going to go to the settings, and then in those settings, go to battery. Now in the battery settings, we have the apps right here. We can also go over to the background usage limits and select the apps right here manually. So the deep sleeping apps, we can add, let's say, Samsung Wallet, screen dimmer to it, separated apps, terminal, studio. Let's click add, and as you guys can see now, they are a deep sleeping app. And what we're going to do next is we're going to go over and make sure that we are using the original charger and a cable. So as you guys can see, I got the cable right here. It is not original, so I know that this might heat up my phone a little bit. Now, what you guys want to do after that is avoid your phone while charging it. So do not play games on it, do not do anything on it, because it's very important to let the phone give it some time. Like, it really needs the time to charge the battery. If you use it while it's charging, then the phone heats up, your battery is damaged, and everything else. So make sure to not do that. If you got a case on the phone, make sure to remove it. It's also very important to make sure that there's some airflow behind the phone and the heat is not trapped under the case. And lastly, make sure to charge the phone in a cool and ventilated area, because once you charge it up in a non-ventilated area and you charge it in the sun, for an example, of course it will be hot. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you 20 tips and tricks on Samsung Galaxy S26. Okay, let's begin with setting up the highest refresh rate possible for smoothest animations. To do it, we need to open up the settings. Now scroll down a little bit until you find display. Now scroll down and click on motion smoothness, and make sure that it's selected on the adaptive mode. Thanks to that, we will have up to 120 Hz refresh rate. But remember that, for example, when your battery drops below 20%, I think, the refresh rate will go to 60 Hz to save your battery. But if you have more, simply select the adaptive mode, and you will have the smoothest animations. Now, above, we have the adaptive brightness feature. When it comes to me, I always turn off this feature, because I get really annoyed when the brightness gets adjusted without my permission, and sometimes I get distracted by it. So that is why I always select the brightness level manually in this bar or through the quick panel. For me, it's simply more comfortable, and I always keep the adaptive brightness turned off. Of course, if it's up to you, you can keep that enabled, but when it comes to me, I always turn off the feature. If you're a fan of the dark mode, currently we have the light one, you can pick it right in here. And now we simply have the black menu, black theme. Some people like it more than the light one, so it is up to you. You can select it right in here. Also in the dark mode, the battery consumption will be a little bit less than in the light mode. But for this video, I'm going to stick to the light one. When it comes to the dark mode theme, we also have the settings, and it can be turned on a schedule from sunset to sunrise, or you can set the custom schedule that, for example, it will be turned on automatically at, let's say, 9 p.m. and it will end at 7 a.m. So if you want, for example, use the dark mode in the evening in your bed, you don't want to have so much light coming through your screen, you can start the schedule. It will start at 9 p.m. and at 7 a.m. Then simply click on done and it will be turned on and turned off automatically thanks to the schedule mode. Okay, now let's go back into battery, which is down below, and I highly recommend to enable the battery protection. If you click on that, we have two modes. We have the basic and the maximum. Currently it's set on the basic. When your battery is charged to 100% level, charging will stop until the battery level drops down to 95%, and then charging will start again. We also have the maximum. Charging will stop at a level you set, then lower the level, the more you can extend the battery's lifespan. And why is it worth turning on? We can of course read about it on the screen. Keeping your battery at a full 101% charge for a long time can reduce its lifespan. Choose an option below to protect your battery and to make it last longer. So that is why it's worth enabling. Because many people often plug their phone into charging. The phone is 100%, but it's still connected for like, I don't know, 2 to 3 hours. For example, it often happens during the night that, let's say that you wake up at 6 a.m., but the phone has charged to 100% at 4 a.m. and it was still charged, even though the battery reached the max. The phone gets overheated, and that's the reason why the battery's lifespan is running low, because the battery is simply overcharged. So we should avoid situations like that, and that is why we should turn on the battery protection. And also down below we have this sleep time protection. Stop charging at 80% while you're asleep and finish charging to 100% just before you wake up. Of course, this feature will learn by your habits at what time you go to sleep, and he will simply learn the time schedule, and it will keep your battery safe. Simple. Okay, now let's go with the edge panel, which is right in here. I think that it's turned on automatically, but I'm not sure, so let me show you where you can turn it on manually. Go into the settings, again, the display, and scroll down and find edge panels and make sure that it's enabled. Okay, now to open it up, slide from the edge to the middle, and we have some features right in here. For example, the AI Select, the Creative Studio, the Interpreter, the Gallery. We can also edit our edge panel, and we can manually add apps to it. When it comes to me, I always add my necessary apps to that panel so I can get quick access to them. So for example, it can be the phone app, maybe the Instagram, some social medias, and maybe camera. Just like that. Okay, now it has been saved, and now I can quickly open up those apps. Thanks to the edge panel, everything fully works, so even if I'm in a certain app, I don't need to close it up. I can simply open up the edge panel and open up the most necessary apps. Pretty useful thing. When it comes to the edge panel itself, let me show you quickly the AI Select, also pretty useful feature. Now we need to select the part of the screen. Simply draw a square or rectangle, up to you. Let's say that I will select this part of the screen. As you take a look, the square appeared. And now, of course, we can manually adjust the size of this area, and we can click the text icon, and the whole text that's in that box has been selected. Now we can manually copy it and, for example, paste it now into a message, paste it into notes, etc., etc. When it comes to the different things, we have the photo assist, and we can now quickly edit this screenshot. We can use the eraser, we can create something thanks to the AI. We can give the prompt. We can change the style also, for example, into 3D tune. Let me show you that. But I think that maybe in this case it won't work because it's a... Oh, actually it worked. I thought that it may not work because it's a screenshot of my home screen. But as you take a look, we have... the background has changed a little bit. It works in the best way, of course, if there is a person on the photo, for example, or I don't know, plants, city, car, animals, etc., etc. If you want to save it, click on Got It, and everything has been saved into your gallery right now. Okay, you can also set this small area as your wallpaper. If you click on that icon, if you click on those three dots, you can quickly create a GIF. You can pin this area, so you'll have quick access to it. It will be on your home screen, so you can get quick access to it. You can download it, open up in a full screen, or close it up. Also, we have another features similar to AI Select. To do it, simply hold the home button, and that's the Google Lens. You can also select the part of the area, but this feature allows us to quickly search for the information based on the part of the area that we have just selected. So, for example, if you see, I don't know, a product on the photo, a plant, basically anything, and you don't know anything about the thing, you can use this feature, select the item, and based on the photo, based on the selected part, you'll be able to find the information on the internet, because basically this part of the screen has been pasted into Google search photo, and now we have the results simply. Also really useful feature, simply hold the home button. Okay, now let's add the screen lock to our device. Also really useful thing. For me, it's like a must-have. To do it, open up Security and Privacy and click on Lock Screen. We have three types of the password: PIN, password, or the pattern. Let me show you the pattern, for example. When it comes to that, we need to connect at least 4 of those dots to create our pattern. So simply create it. If you want to try again, click on Retry. If you want to continue, hit the button and redraw the pattern to save it. And of course, you need to select a password that you will remember, because if you forget your password, you'll be forced to reset your device to the recovery mode, and if you don't have a backup, you will lose all of your data. So have that in mind. Okay, down below we have the lost device protection, also a pretty useful feature. We have Find My Mobile. We can click on that, and if you want to use that, you need to be signed in into your Samsung account. You also need to have your location turned on right in here if you want to use that. And down below we have features: allow this phone to be found. It needs to be enabled. We can also enable to send its last location. And we also have the offline finding: locate your phone even if it's offline, and helps others find their devices. You can click on Samsung account, and in here we'll be able to monitor where is our phone. Click on Samsung Find, click on Continue, continue once again, Notification when someone visits your location, let's say once every 10 days. Click on allow while using the app. Click on go to settings. Click on allow all the time. Go back, click on OK. And click on devices. And that's how you can now locate your phone. Really useful feature. For example, when you lost your phone or it gets stolen. Okay, down below we have the theft protection. We have theft detection lock, offline device lock, and the remote lock. When it comes to the theft detection lock, you can read how it works. Someone takes our device, then speeds away, your screen locks. Pretty useful thing. Down below, offline device lock. Thieves often turn off internet service immediately so that no one can track the device that they have stolen. Also, really useful thing, worth turning on. So simply, if the device goes offline, the screen will automatically lock. And the remote lock works in that way that if it's turned on, you need to have your SIM card or eSIM activated. I have this notification because my SIM card is not inserted yet. How it works. On any device, go to android.com/lock, enter your device phone number to lock its screen, no sign-in or Google account needed. So, all you need to do is to visit that page, then type your phone number, and the screen will be automatically locked. So, those are the things that are worth enabling also when it comes to the security features. We can also enable the app security and the app protection, worth turning on. Boom. So, now we can perform a scan in search for potential threats in our apps. It's always good to perform that scan from time to time. I don't know, let's say once a week. Should be completely enough. Okay, 50%. Okay, no threats detected, as you can see. So everything is fully fine on our device, and we don't need to be aware that we have some. We don't need to be. We don't need to be scared that something is wrong, because everything is okay. Okay, let's go back from here. And now let me quickly take a photo, because I think that I don't have any photos on my phone. Because I want to show you the AI eraser. Okay, so let me take a photo of those logos. Okay, let's open up the photo and let's click the stars icon. That is our AI. And in here we have our AI eraser. We have the move, tap or draw around anything you want to move. We have create, enter your desired edits below to apply them to a specific area. And we can also change the style, just like I was talking about before. But I want to show the AI eraser. Now we need to select the item that we want to remove. And now click on erase. Okay, and as you take a look, the logo, this one, has been successfully removed from our photo. Let's use maybe the create function right now. Describe what to change. Let's say add a car in the middle. Then click on generate. That's a quick example of this feature. How you can edit your photos thanks to the AI. Boom, just like that. You can click on save copy or keep editing. In my case, I want to save it. And now we have a beautiful car in the middle that we have added thanks to the AI. Okay, now let me show you the split screen. This feature is really cool for multitasking. So let me show you how you can use it. First, let's pick the apps that we want to use in the split view. Let's say maybe the YouTube and also let's say Notes. Okay, now click on the recent apps, hold on one of the apps and go to the upside or to the downside. Let's say that I want my Notes on the upside. Now select your second app, in my case YouTube, and now we have two apps opened at the same time, and now we can easily multitask. So for example, we can quickly take notes now, and at the same time we can watch a video on the YouTube or some kind of a tutorial. So it is really useful feature. You can see that each app is fully responsive. We can even add the third app for this mode, but it won't be in the split screen. It will be a floating window, but more about it in a second. When it comes to settings and options available in the split view, we can of course change the size of each window in the split view. So now we have YouTube that is bigger than Notes. If you click on that, you can swap the sides, and you can also save it as a combo. So let's say that you're using this preset really often. I mean the Notes and the YouTube opened in the split view. You don't need to open them manually each time. You can simply save it as a combo. You can add it into your app's edge panel or into your home screen, and now you can see that it has appeared. When I tap on that, both apps open in the split view already, and I don't need to do this manually. Also really useful thing. And now let me show you how we can add the third app into the split screen. But first, let me open up the Chrome normally. Okay, got it. And now let's open up our split view. Now the recent apps, hold on the Chrome, drop it in the middle, and now we have even the third app opened. But it's in the floating window. As you take a look, it's fully responsive, and I can surf the internet. I can also place this window anywhere that I want on the screen. I just need to grab it, and now I can place it anywhere that I want. I can also minimize it if I click the bar and then this icon. So for example, I can place it in here on the edge, and if I want to surf something and check something in the internet, all I need to do is to tap on the Chrome button and the Chrome icon right in here, and it opens. Really useful thing. It can boost your productivity, and also it will allow you to multitask really easily. Okay, now let's go maybe with the Creative Studio. To open it up, open up the Edge panel and click Creative Studio. Okay. And here we can see our current projects. I don't have any because I didn't do anything in here. We have the Design Studio. We can create a sticker, create an invitation, create greeting card, create profile card, and create a wallpaper. If you click on that icon, in here you can describe what you want to create. You can also draw it manually and also add a photo. Let's say that I want to generate, or actually, let's try to draw something. I'll try to draw a cat. Maybe it will work. Click on done, and if I click on generate, it should be done. Okay, as you can see, my ugly scratch has been turned to a photo like that. We can also add some more details, for example, to it, or we can we don't need to draw, of course. We can manually type what we want to do. Let's say generate a cat sitting on a bench. That's an example. Okay, and let's take a look. It has been generated. Can, for example, click on generate one more. And that's how you can use your AI Studio. Now maybe let's try to create a sticker. Let's say dog chasing cat. Okay, and that is our new sticker. We can also generate the sticker set and then click on generate. And we have a whole set of the stickers. As you take a look, each sticker looks differently. To save it, hit the button, and it has been saved to our Samsung keyboard right now. And we have a custom stickers. Really cool thing. Alrighty. So that was a quick example of the AI Studio. And now let me show you how you can download a cool app from the Galaxy Store. Click the search icon and type good luck. Download it. Okay. This app allows us to download some extra plugins supported by the Samsung. And I want to show you a quick example of it. Launch the app. Okay, click on agree and continue. In here we have those plugins that we can download. I want to show you the one hand operation plus. Of course, the list of those plugins is pretty long. For example, we can add some additional settings for our gallery assistant, so we'll have more options of editing, etc., etc. For example, the routines plus, the clock face, home app, theme park, and many more. Okay, I have downloaded this one hand operation plus. That's the thing that I want to show you. So let's launch it up. Here it is, one hand operation plus. Turn it on. And now, currently we have the basic gestures. We can see the area, and that's the area for gestures, for swiping and going back, and when you have gestures, I mean. But we can also add our own new handles to do it to our phone. And of course, we can edit already existing ones. So it doesn't need to be the back key, recent key, and the back key for the left handle or for the right one. We can select that, for example, for diagonal down. We'll open up the split view mode. Or, for example, the AI select will launch, or we'll take the screenshot. Let me show you a quick example, but I'm about to add my own handle. It appeared on both sizes, the left handle and the right handle. So now I can adjust the position of it, of my handles. Let's say that they will be in here on the edges, on the downside. And for the left handle, okay, it has selected that for the straight right, it will take a screenshot. Let me also add the diagonal up, maybe for the torch. And diagonal down for the screen off. That's for the left handle for now, and let me show you how it works. So that's the area where this gesture should work. So now let's slide to the right side. As you take a look, the screenshot has been taken. Now the diagonal up, the torch has turned on. If I'll repeat, it will be turned off. And now diagonal down, the screen has been turned off. Really, really, really useful feature. I'm a huge fan of it. Personally, I will tell you that I didn't know about this feature at all until yesterday. But I don't know how, because it's a really, really useful thing. We can add 3 handles. It's impossible to get more, but you know, we can have 3 handles on each side, and for each direction we can set a custom operation. So we can add a lot of shortcuts for it. So I'm a really huge fan of it. Now let's add maybe something for the right handle. Swipe to the center. Maybe let's pick the one-handed mode. Okay. Not that. One-handed mode. For diagonal up, maybe the AI select, and for diagonal down, to start an application, and let's pick which app will now launch. I will pick, let's say, Instagram. Okay, let's try how it works. So, straight to the left, we are now in one-handed mode. Diagonal up, AI select, and for diagonal down, the Instagram app has launched automatically. I'm a huge fan of the good lock and this feature, one-hand operation. Of course, you can explore other features provided by the good lock. But for me, one-hand operation plus is one of the most interesting ones. All right, now let's go into our Samsung notes, because I want to show you some AI features in here. Let's create a new note. When it comes to AI, it's right in here under this button. Click on more and OK. And we have features such as auto format. We can summarize the text, check the spelling and the grammar. We can translate the text, and also in here we can open up the Creative Studio. But we don't have any text currently, so let's try to generate it maybe using the AI. I'm about to use the Gemini. We also have the Bixby, but currently I think that for my side key I have the Gemini selected. Let me show you how you can use the Gemini also for your advantage. So hold power key. Oh, I'm not signed in into Google, my bad. So I have to do it really quick. Okay, give me a second and I will sign in. Okay, I have signed in. When it comes to the Gemini, to launch it up, we need to hold the power key. And we can manually type our request, what do we want to get, or we can use our voice command. Let's try to generate some text, so I'll be able to show the AI. Let's say that I want to generate an article about I don't know about what. About American space program. That's an example. I don't need to search manually for the information. I'll tell the Gemini what I want and I will get the answer. So let me show you. We need to hold the power key. Generate an article about American space program.
The American space program to infinity and beyond, and back again. The story of the American space program is a tale of daring feats, scientific breakthroughs, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge about our universe. From its humble beginnings to its ambitious future, the program has been...
Okay, as you can see, it's also it's with the voice, simply. And now, let me show you the AI. I want to copy everything. No, not like that. Select all and now copy. Okay. Let's paste it into our notes. And now we can use some AI. So click on that. We have the auto format. Let's begin with that. We can add the headers and the bullets, and we can use the meeting notes function. Let's click the headers. It has been selected. And we can generate the text layouts right in here. Okay. It will look like that. Now on the left side, as we scroll, we have the original thing, and in here we have the things that has been changed by the AI. But maybe let's select everything on that page, auto format, headers and the bullets, and click on select maximum. Okay. And now generate text layouts. Let's say that I like this one. I can click on replace. And that's how it looks right now. AI did the whole job for me. Okay, next thing, we can summarize the text. Let's select the maximum, generate summary. Okay, this is how it's going to look like. We can also translate it if we are interested. You just need to click on, you need to select the target language, but you need to download them first from this list. That's the list of all supported languages. What I wanted, yeah, I wanted to summarize it. Summarize, generate summary. No. Summarize, select max, generate, and let's replace it. Just like that. Really easy thing. Okay. Let me now select everything in here, because I want to get rid of it. I want to paste again the original text that... Oh, no way. I don't know, actually, we should have the history, yeah, in our Gemini, so I can easily copy it again. I can paste it again. AI, we can check the spelling and the grammar, but I think that it simply works better if you have your own notes, because when it comes to this text, I think that it will show only like 3 corrections, because the whole text, yeah, it was generated fully by the AI, and AI doesn't make mistakes in spelling and the grammar usually. But if you want, you can check your handwritten notes using this feature. And to replace the mistakes, hit the button, and now everything is okay. We can translate the text just like I was saying. Click on Generate Translation. I have only the Polish currently, so I'll show you that example. Okay, as you take a look, everything has been successfully translated into Polish. I can copy it, replace it, or add it to new page before, end of note, or into new note. Okay, and that is basically all in here that I wanted to show you in the settings. All right, that was the AI in our notes. And now the widgets, also really useful thing. To add a widget, hold on an empty space on your home screen and click on the widgets. But I'm not going to show you the widgets. That's not the main thing that I want to show you when it comes to the widgets. I want to show you how you can create a stack of widgets. To create a stack of widgets, you need to add at least 2 widgets, and they need to have the same size. Thanks to the stack, you can save some space on your home screen, but you can still have 2 widgets, but in one place. You'll be able to scroll between them. So let's add maybe the clock widget. Let's pick this size, 2 on 2, click on Add. Now hold on this widget, click on Create Stack, and now pick the second app, maybe the Chrome, click on Add, and now we have created our beautiful stack. We have now 2 widgets on the same place, so we can easily now organize the rest of the space on our home screen. Let's add maybe another widget to the stack. I don't know what is the maximum amount of widgets in one stack. Let's add only 2 maybe. I mean 3 in one stack. Okay, modes and routines. And now we have 3 widgets in the stack. Really, really cool thing. And I'm a fan of it. Okay, we also have the Galaxy AI in the browser, but it only works in Samsung browser. That's this icon, the planet. Scroll down, click on Continue. Click on Next, Next, Start. And now we can start using it. If you want, you can set it as default, up to you. And now in here we have the icon with the AI. But you need to be aware that the AI doesn't work on each page. Now, when I was testing it, it worked in the best way on pages with the news, for example, the BBC, CNBC, and pages like that, usually with articles and with a lot of text. For example, on the Amazon, the only option that I had was translating the page. The option for the summary or for we can summarize the text. Actually, let me show you. Maybe let's try with the weather. Let me check how it's going to work. Okay, consent. Now let's click the stars icon, click on OK. Oh yeah, we can read the highlights aloud. Or we can summarize the text. Just like that. We can copy it and also translate it. We can translate the whole page. Auto detect. I want to translate into Polish again, because that's the only language that I have downloaded. But as you take a look, everything has been already translated into Polish. So everything fully works. Then, the last AI thing is read highlights aloud.
Local, national, and global daily weather forecast AccuWeather. Across the United States, severe weather is expected to impact over a dozen states in the central and eastern regions. Meanwhile, parts of the Southwest are bracing for summer-like heat, with temperatures predicted to soar past 100 degrees Fahrenheit. In global weather news, Hawaii's Kona storm brought flooding.
So that's how this feature works. You can also translate this text, if I'm not wrong. No, that's not the thing. but you can play it back and also change
Across the United States.
The speed.
Across the United States, severe weather is expected to impact over a dozen states in the central and eastern regions.
Yeah, and just like I'm saying, the AI in the browser works only with the official Samsung browser. It won't work in the Chrome, for example. Okay, now let me show you another AI assistant. I have shown you the Gemini, and now let's go with the Bixby. Okay, we can set our Bixby also on our power key. I mean, we can launch it by a power key, but defaultly we have the Gemini, so we have to change it real quick. Open up the settings, then type side button and click on long press and change it for the Bixby. Also, if you are turning on the Bixby for the first time, you may have to record the phrases to launch it up. And actually, we don't need to hold the power key if we have recorded the phrase. I can simply say, "Hi Bixby," and as you take a look, it has launched. So it works similar to the Gemini. We can search for information in the internet. We can tell him to do some things on our phone. For example, to open certain apps, to set an alarm, to add a reminder, and many, many more. Let me show you quick examples. "Hi Bixby, set an alarm at 6 p.m. and name it Do the Groceries."
I set an alarm for 6 p.m. tomorrow called Do the Groceries. It will ring in 22 hours and 20 minutes.
Okay, the Bixby says that it has been set. Let's check it up. And as you take a look, Do the Groceries, 6 p.m. Sunday, 15th of March. So everything has been successfully set. Let's try something else. "Hi Bixby, I'm in Warsaw City Center. Could you please tell me directions to the airport?"
Opening Google Maps application for directions from Warsaw City Center to airport.
And as you take a look, now we have our results. So that's a quick example of the Bixby. Let's maybe try something else. I'm wondering what. Okay. "Hi Bixby, add a reminder because I need to do the groceries, I need to go to the gym and also read the book."
I can't create the reminders because the notification permission for the reminder app is turned off. Please turn it on in the settings menu.
Okay, so let's do it. I need to give permission to the reminder app, so let's do this manually. Yeah, we need to click on apps. We need to find the reminder now. Reminder, permissions, and we need to allow for everything. Okay, I think it should work now. "Hi Bixby, add one reminder in the Reminders app with 3 activities. Do the groceries, go to the gym, and read the book."
I added a reminder called Do the Groceries, go to the gym, and read the book.
And now as you take a look, it has been added. Let's check it up in the Reminders app. Search, reminder, continue, and okay, it's a tutorial, but you can see that it has been successfully added. We can also, of course, add the hour for this reminder. We need to click on edit, time, and you can change the day and also add the hour. And then click on save. So that's our quick examples of the Bixby. Okay, maybe one last thing. Hi Bixby. Turn on the torch. Again. Hi Bixby. Turn on the flashlight.
I turned on the flashlight.
Okay, now turn it off.
I turned off the flashlight.
As you can see, it worked. Okay, now let's go with AI wallpapers. Go into settings, wallpaper and style, click on change wallpapers, and click on create with AI. Home screen and lock screen, and maybe let's do the generative. Okay, let's create something new, maybe imaginary. In here we can add adjust those three things. So let's create a surreal lighthouse made of amethyst in shades of coral and tan. Okay. And let's take a look. It has been successfully generated. We have a few generated photos. Let's say that I'll pick this one, click on set. We can add it for the lock screen and also for the home screen. Click on next. And now click on done. And now our new custom AI generated wallpaper has been added for our home screen and also for the lock screen. So it worked perfectly. We can also use the Creative Studio. Click on create wallpaper, and now let's describe what we want to have on our wallpaper. So let's say a knight standing in front of medieval castle. Click on generate. Of course, you can type anything that you want. Okay. And now it has been generated. Click on done to save. And you can click on done to apply your wallpaper. Okay, so that's creating the photos with AI. We also have the weather function. See how AI changes your own photo based on the time and weather. Works best with outdoor photos taken during the day. Unfortunately, I don't have any photos taken during the day, so I won't be able to show you that. But if you have one, you can of course go outside, take a photo, and try how this feature works. Okay, and now the last thing that I want to show you is how to create a backup of your data. We have a few methods how you can do it. Let's go into accounts and backup, and we can create a Samsung Cloud backup, Google Drive backup, and we can also create a backup on external storage. Let's begin with the Samsung Cloud. Click on backup. To use this feature, you need to be signed in into your Samsung account, of course, and now pick the photo, not the photo, what things you want to copy. Let's say, in my case, messages, call logs, and the clock settings, and the contacts maybe. Okay, if you have selected everything that you want, click on backup now. Okay, and then click on done. Now it's saved in our Samsung Cloud of our account. We also have the Google backup, really useful thing. Okay, I need to click on go to play, and I need to update my Google Photos to create this backup, so we have to wait until it's updated. Okay, now it should work. Yeah. Down below we have the backup details, and it's really important that you need to have photos and videos and also all device data turned on. If they are not, simply click on them, enable the backup. Same thing with other device data. And you need to be aware on which Google account you are creating your backup. In my case, it's on this one. And if you want to restore the backup later in the future, you'll need to be signed in into the exact same Google account. And now to create a backup, hit this big green button, backup now. I also need to confirm by joining my screen lock. And the whole process will begin. So let's keep waiting. Okay, in here, a small circle appeared. I should take a look, and it's slowly fulfilling. Basically, when it disappears, it means that our backup has been successfully created, and we will also see a notification on the bottom of the screen if everything goes just like it should. So let's keep waiting until the process is finished. Okay, and if it says that the data has been backupped, it means that everything went successfully, and now our backup is stored in our Google Drive. We also have the external storage transfer, just like I was talking about before. Click on More and Continue, More and Agree, and Allow. And now we need to insert our SD card or connect a USB storage device. So give me a second and I will bring my USB. Okay, I have my adapter for an SD card. It's right in here. So I'm about to insert it to the USB-C port. It should now appear on the screen. Yeah, here it is. Now, in my case, I need to click on Backup to USB storage. And I can copy everything. You can see how long it's going to take, about 8 minutes. I can copy just calls, contacts, and messages, or if I click on Custom and then Next, I can manually select what things I want to backup. So let's say that I only want calls, contacts, and messages. So I'll just click on actually. Oh, okay. Calls, messages, and maybe the home screen settings also. And my images. Okay. It's going to take about 1 minute. And now click on Backup. Click on OK. And now the whole process will begin. So we need to keep waiting. Okay, we have our backup results. 110 items has been copied. Now click on next, click on done, and now everything has been successfully saved. Okay, I think that I have shown you everything that I wanted. Of course, we also have different things, but in my personal opinion, I have shown you the most interesting ones. If you are interested, you can, for example, change your themes, etc., etc. Some themes require payment, as you take a look. You can also change the icons for custom ones. Same thing with always on display. We have custom featured custom styles actually, and other things. Maybe in one hand operation mode we have something. Oh my bad. In the good look we have something more that I have forgot to show you, but I think not. I have shown you actually the reminder. You can add, not the reminder, modes and routines. That is also a cool app, and you can download the additional plugin, the Routines Plus. You'll be able to add more features for this app. Maybe let me show you quickly how it presents. Modes and routines, here it is. Click on that and you have all of your modes right in here. You can add, of course, new ones. You can add your own routines. Wait, what did I did? Oh, I have added it in here, okay. You can add new places, new routines, and add what will trigger this routine. Then you can select what will happen. So let's say if Wi-Fi is on, then let's say sounds and vibration, sound and media volume. Don't change the volume, for example. Click on done and then click on save. Click on done, and now when you have this routine, the volume won't be changed. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily fix horizontal lock causing video jitter on your Samsung Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the camera settings, and here you guys want to make sure that if you go to the video, that the horizontal lock right here is disabled, only if you're recording some fast-paced action, and because the gyroscope compensation can occasionally stutter. So if you're recording some crazy videos that are very not steady, and you move your phone like this for an example, then of course it won't be as stable as it was if you just moved your phone like this for an example. So these are two different motions. That's why you need to make sure that if you enable the horizontal lock right here, that you hold your phone somewhere like this. As you guys can see, everything is just twitching around. We still got the same FOV. And as you guys can see, it looks like this. Now I'm gonna stop the video and I'll show it to you. So as you guys can see, now it's switching basically. And yeah, that's why you need to disable it if you're recording some fast-paced actions. But if you're recording it like me, then what you guys can do as a last resort here is update your software, because it might be a software glitch. So scroll down, go to software update and click check for updates. As you guys can see, now I am on the latest version because it's the One UI 8.5. But if you're not on the latest version yet, then I recommend you updating it, because it's a freshly new phone and you want to keep it updated to the latest version. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to multitask with split screen gestures on your Galaxy S26. So first, go over into the settings. Now in those settings, what we're going to do is we're going to go to advanced features. So we need to scroll a bit down. Here we have the advanced features, and now what we're going to do is we're going to click on multi-window right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to enable swipe for split screen right up top here. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to swipe up with 2 fingers from the bottom of any app like this. So I do not have those gestures, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here. Now we can easily drag it right here, and we need to find the app that supports the split screen. So for example, we're going to hold this app, now swipe it up, and we're going to select the app. So for example, settings. Now we can be in the settings and we can use the gestures right here. I accidentally closed the app, so let's go over and do that again. Here we can go over to the notes and let's say create a new note, and if we want to get something from the display, we can just type it in right here, like adaptive, and now brightness. So if we wanted to save that, now everything's saved, we can copy it like that, and this is how we can basically multitask on our phone. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily set up Agentic Gemini Assistant on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now here in the settings, what we're going to do is we're going to search for the digital assistant, and we're going to go over to the digital assistant app. And after you do that, you'll see the digital assistant app. Here you guys can select the assistants that are optimized for the phone, and here you guys can set Google as your default one to make it like work on a complex and multi-step tasks on our behalf. So basically, assistant apps are reading our screen and they can help us. So that's how you guys can easily set up your Agentic Gemini Assistant. That's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix screen flickering on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is adjust brightness in these settings. We're going to go and open up the settings app. Now here in the settings app, we're going to go to the display so we can already see it. And here, first thing we're going to do is disable adaptive brightness. We don't need it. And here we're going to adjust our brightness so it does not flicker. As you guys can see now, this is flickering because of the camera and on the light that I put on the phone. But nonetheless, the phone is not flickering right now. So what you guys want to do, if your phone is still flickering, you go over to the Play Store, and in the Play Store tab, search for apps and games, and here type in screen dimmer and then OLED saver. Here we have the app. Ignore the sponsored apps, click install, and as you guys can see, everything right here works normally. So we're gonna go and open up the app now. Let's grant the first permission to control the screen brightness right here. The second one to update the overlay whenever we turn on our keyboard or whenever we simply like rotate our screen. So we're gonna go here, installed apps, and here click allow. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back, the last one, to grant the notifications, And we can enable the service right here, so you can adjust it yourself, just like this. And you can also change it right here by tapping. If you don't want the service, you simply tap here, and after that, make sure to change your brightness a little. Now let me go a bit lower. And next, the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna update our software. So go back to settings, scroll down to software update, tap on check for updates, and now wait for the answer. So I am on the latest version, but if you're not, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software because you don't have to worry about all glitches being on your device. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to unlock Samsung Galaxy S26 without password. Okay, but before we begin, we need to discuss a few things. First thing is, please only try to unlock your phone, in no other case someone else's, because that might be considered as a crime, and that's also unethical. Second thing is that we need to perform a factory reset using the recovery mode, so we will lose all of our data. And the third thing is that after the reset, when we get into the setup process, the phone may want to verify us, or by typing the pattern. Of course, we won't be able to do it because we can't remember it, but there is a second option, and it's signing in into the Google account that we are using on our locked phone. So remember about it, that you may have to sign in into your Google account. Okay, now to enter recovery mode, we also need to have an USB-C cable that is connected into our PC or laptop. You can also use the Mac. Now connect your phone, just like that. And now, normally we would power off our device by holding power key and volume down, but when our screen is locked, it still requires the password, so we won't be able to do it. So we need to perform a forced restart first, and during the forced restart, we need to quickly switch the combination. First, we need to hold the power key and volume down until the screen turns off. When it does, we need to start holding the power key and volume up until we see the Samsung logo. When it appears, release the finger from power key, but keep holding volume up. So first, volume down and power, keep holding. Now quickly switch. And now release the finger from power key, but keep holding volume up. And now we are in recovery mode. To move around this menu, we use the volume keys. And we need to select wipe data / factory reset. Now confirm by clicking the power key. Remember that you will lose all of your data. Now select factory data reset. Confirm. Okay, and when it says data wipe complete, we can select reboot system now. Confirm by clicking the power key. We can also unplug the cable. We won't be needing it anymore. And now we just need to simply wait until our phone turns on. The next thing that will appear on the screen will be the setup process. Alright, and that's all in this video. Thank you all for watching. If you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to use AI notices for summaries on the Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the Samsung Notes. So we're gonna go here and type in Notes. Now we're gonna go over here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna click on this little button right here, and here what you guys can do is simply write or paste a long text. So I'm gonna paste it. I've got the random text right here, and what you guys want to do with it is simply click, sorry, not here, but you guys want to select the entire text, click on this star right here. Let me quickly go back. Let me quickly paste it again. Here, we're gonna select the entire text, click on this star right here, and what we're gonna do is click Summarize. So, as you guys can see, now we can replace it, and this is what we've got. So we got a long text, Now everything's summarized and it will generate a quick bulleted breakdown. So as you guys can see, trading success requires understanding market dynamics, developing strategies, and staying informed about financial instruments and risks. Of course, the patience and discipline are also crucial. So this is from the entire text that we have written right here. So if we don't want to read it, then we can simply summarize it with AI to make the process a bit faster. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to use AI Photo Assist to change object colors on your Samsung Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is open up the gallery and then select a photo. So I got one picture right here. And if you guys want to change the object colors, what you guys need to do is tap on this middle icon right here. This is the AI icon. Now, you guys can go over and tap on create and describe what to change. Here, what we're going to do is we're going to put a prompt to change the leaves color to purple. So let's go over and type in change the color of the flower to purple. And now we can click generate and we can see that it's making the changes now. And soon we should see the final result once the animation is over. And as you guys can see, this is the previous version. Now this is the AI version. We can, let's say, click save copy, click got it. And as you guys can see, we got the purple flowers. So it looks like this. This is how you guys can change the color. If you, for example, take a picture of your shirt and let's say you don't like it, then you will simply type in the prompt to change the t-shirt color from, let's say, black to white. And it'll work the same. So that's how you guys can easily use the Photo Assist to change the object colors. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to use circle to search on your Android 16 on the Samsung Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and long press the home button right here at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you long press it, you will see this menu pop up. And what you guys can do here is you guys can circle something or basically scribble over any image on the screen. And then, as you guys can see, let's go over around this widget. As you guys can see, this is the start button. Here we got some visual matches, but this AI overview did not help us. So what we're going to do is we're going to select this widget right here. And as you guys can see, we got the image displays, the weather widget showing the current conditions in Warsaw. So we got a location, temperature, and conditions. Now, if you guys, for an example, go over to gallery, and here, if I wanted to use this picture, I can also go here and now select this. And as you guys can see, it'll start searching for it. So this is how you guys can easily use that. You guys can also go over and you can hold it and then type something into the Google. It will scan the entire screen. Of course, you can use the voice, and here you guys can play, sing, or hum a song. So this is actually insane. Now we got the translator, of course. And as you guys can see, let's go over and select Albanian. Now, it should actually translate it, but I think that I messed up right here. Okay, it works. So, as you guys can see, this is how it looks like. Now, this is how you guys can use the circle to search. It's pretty easy. All you need is press this button. Or if you're using the navigation, then you'll just hold this long navigation handle at the bottom too. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily use Pro Video mode for manual controls on your Galaxy S26. So first, open the camera app, and then what you guys want to do is click more. Here, do not mistake the Pro mode for the Pro Video mode. Those are completely two different things. And here, what you guys can do is manually adjust the ISO, the shutter speed, and everything. So let me quickly lower the brightness. Now, as you guys can see, we can do just that. Now it's pointed right here. Of course, we can put this in the HDR. We can change it to 8K, for example, 24. So it's like a cinematic frame rate. And now we can change the ISO. As you guys can see, we can disable the auto. And here we can set it manually. For example, 3200. It's a lot, but still you guys can set it up to this. Of course, we got the shutter speed. And here we have the manual focus and autofocus. So we can select the multi, center, and manual. So as you guys can see here, we also have the white balance and the tint. Here you guys can have fun with your settings and then try and point it out on something and record a pretty good video. So if I actually go over and change the focus, I can change the video. That will look, let me show you, like this. I messed up with my white balance. That's why this video looks so cold. But as you guys can see, it's right here. The quality is also not the best because those are the random settings, but that's basically how you guys can select the Pro Video. Here you guys can create some amazing settings and get a feeling of the camera. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Hi everyone, in front of me I've got Galaxy S26, and let me share with you how to virus scan your device without installing any kind of third-party apps. So let's start with opening the settings, and here we have to scroll and find the option Device Care, which is right here. Here, as you can see, we've got the app protection, so just tap on it. And first of all, we have to turn it on, so just tap on turn on. And here we've got the information that app protection will scan for issues each time you install a new app. This may make app installation slower, but it allows you to block the installation of apps with security risks. So as you can see, there are more advantages than disadvantages of this app protection. So just tap on turn on and then tap on scan phone. And now your device will also scan all of the existing apps which are right now installed in order to find any kind of viruses, any kind of malware. So just let your device do it. Do not rush it. Do not stop it in the middle, for example. Just let it scan everything and we will check the results. I will simply speed up the process. And as you can see, we've got the results. No threats were detected. No threats has been found, which means that everything is all right. Of course, we've got also the information about our last scanning. And I really highly recommend to simply scan your device from time to time in order to check for the threats. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to set up maximum battery protection on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go over into the settings. Now in those settings, you guys want to go to battery. And here in the battery, we're going to go over to battery protection. Now here we're going to select, instead of the basic, we're going to select the maximum, and here we're going to set up 80%. So our battery will stop charging at 80% and it won't go anywhere more. But this of course will prolong the lifespan of our battery, and since it's only 4,300 milliampere hours, it's actually worth it. So if you reach 100%, then you waste a full cycle, but if you reach 80%, then you only risk around half cycle or less, or even a bit more, but it's definitely not one cycle, so your battery wear will drop down. And it's very important to do that because you want to make sure that you keep this phone for as long as possible. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In front of me is a Samsung Galaxy S26, and today I will show you how you can apply tempered glass to this phone. So I'll be using some kind of Tech Protect glass, but in reality this is just tempered glass, so it doesn't really matter what you're using. Any kind of glass, as long as it's actual tempered glass, will be applicable the same way, as long as it doesn't look like these ones. So these are a little bit more easy to apply for people. As you do literally have the frame, you just straight up plop it on here, you pull this, and that's it. You're basically done. So this one will require a little bit more finesse and just a tiny bit more skill, but still, if it's tempered glass, don't worry, they are super easy to apply. If you're doing this the first time around, you don't need to stress about it. This specific one that I have right here comes in a pair. There's two of them, as you can see right here. So you can use whichever one. And I'm gonna grab, which I think I just literally threw out. Oh boy, where the hell is it? Bear with me, I'm trying to find my open package. Can't find it, whatever. Anyway, I do have this from my last one. So, I'm not going to bother opening up this, as in there you have a wet wipe, which comes in a little package. You have your dry microfiber. And you also get this, sticky pads, so you can remove that and then get rid of the kind of dust that would settle. So I'm going to be using what I already have right here. Now, in here, let's grab our tempered glass. There's one I have, and there are two. And I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to set the phone on top of it, as it's just a little nice cushion for the phone. Now, before I go cleaning off the display, I'm going to quickly go over how to actually apply tempered glass. So, number one, you will have this little, well, one sticker on here. So once I peel that off, so it will peel off this way, away from me. So whatever it will be revealed right here would be the sticky side, obviously, of the glass. So I'll be then putting it this way down. So once you peel that off, you want to hold the glass from just the edges, like so. So you're not touching, obviously, the sticky side. And then the way I apply it personally is by putting it at an angle, like this. And that gives me the ability to adjust it right here by pinching it from either left to right. So you can see, if I zoom in maybe, you'll be able to see this a little bit better. So I can move it from just minusculely from left to right. And I can also, from the bottom, adjust it from left to right, pull it up, down. So it gives me basically full control over this. Once I'm satisfied with how it sits, what I would basically think is the middle of it, like perfectly positioned, I would apply with my left hand pressure down so it doesn't really move anymore, and just drop it. And that's about all you need to do. So anyway, with that out of the way, set that to the side, grab our wet wipe, and give the phone a little bit of a wipe down. The wet wipe has alcohol in it, so it does evaporate relatively quickly, but because of the alcohol, it cleans off any kind of finger oils pretty nicely, as alcohol just dissolves those. And once you're done cleaning off the display, you then want to grab the microfiber and wipe it down completely. Get rid of any kind of smudges. And if your display is already scratched, actually, this applying tempered glass specifically will basically make those scratches invisible. So the way this applies, it just kind of removes them, which is nice. I mean, obviously they're still there, but they're not visible anymore once you put the tempered glass on it. Okay, so now that my display is basically ready to go, you want to make sure that there's no dust. Right before you apply the tempered glass, make sure that there's literally not a speck of dust on the device. And if there is, you can obviously use either the sticky things right here and just, plop them down to remove the dust, or you can use the microfiber to just gently push it off the display. Now let's grab our tempered glass, and I do see a tiny little speck of dust. Bon voyage, you're gone. So now I'm gonna grab this, peel it off. There we go. And I'm peeling it off while holding it to the downside, so no dust can settle on this sticky side. And now with that same logic that I explained before, I'm gonna place it down right here. And I think this is about perfectly positioned from left and right side. The distance, there we go. And also the top seems to be also pretty good. So I'm gonna apply pressure. I do want to readjust it. I feel like it's a little bit too low. So it seems like there's just a bit too much space right here. I'm gonna just lift it up right here with my right hand. Push it up. There we go. Can apply pressure. And while I'm dropping it here, I can still kind of give it just a little tug. Left, right. Drop it. Some pressure. And you can see it's literally sticking to the device right now. Speed that up. And voila, it's almost perfectly gone. We do have a couple of spots right here and here where the air didn't fully escape, so you can just push that out. You can do that obviously with your finger. There we go. As you can see here, it's gone. And let's do the same thing right here. Trying to have this be visible. Now you see this little tiny spot right here? This, if you see, let me just try to hold this phone in some way that reveals it. There we go. So if you see this kind of spot, this whiteness, this is compressed air right here. Now you can try to squeeze it completely off, but because it's just air, it kind of comes back. So if you have this, you can technically try something. If you can't get rid of it by just pushing it out, you can just, for instance, use your fingernail. You can see I'm lifting the glass gently. There we go. Let's try that again. And it's now completely gone. So you can lift up the glass after you apply it a little bit. It's tempered glass, so it's very easy to work with and gives you a little bit of versatility to kind of fix up some things. I personally have actually removed tempered glasses fully, removed actual dust from it and reapplied it, and it looked perfect. So like I said, it's relatively versatile in terms of giving you a bit more wiggle room with it. And if you're buying something like this, I highly recommend going with tempered glass opposed to any kind of other like hybrid glass or any other things. If it's not literally labeled as tempered glass, don't go for it. The difference is tempered glass is actually made out of real glass, specifically tempered one, while everything else, if it says hybrid glass, it's actually not glass, it's just plastic. And plastic itself is insanely hard to apply like without any kind of problems. So I have never applied plastic protectors, no matter what they're called, hybrid glass or anything like that, without ever getting any kind of air bubbles. And those air bubbles on a hybrid or whatever are absolutely impossible to remove. Unlike tempered glass, which I can just straight up right now remove, reapply it and have no problems. So I recommend specifically looking for tempered glass and nothing else. And obviously because it's glass, it's much more durable. So anyway, that's about it. So if you found this very helpful, Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to fix screen rotation not working on your Samsung S26. So first, what you guys want to do is enable the auto rotate in the quick settings. So you scroll down from the right side. Now you open this up, and if you see auto rotate here, then it's already enabled. But if you see portrait, then you need to click on it. And now what you guys want to do is tilt the phone to test the gyroscope in different apps. So we're gonna start off with the Galaxy Store. Let's go over and do that. As you guys can see, it works. Now for the gallery, also works. Play Store, it also works. Google Messages, phone app, camera. So you can notice the difference in the camera because now it is like this. And once we do that, it's like this. And of course the browser. So that's how we know that it works. And what we're gonna do next is simply we're gonna restart the phone to reset the sensors. So we're gonna press the power button, the volume down button at the same time, tap on restart, and tap again to restart the phone. So now it's restarting, and I'll see you guys in a second. After the restart, what you guys can do as a last resort is update your software to fix any sensor glitches. So open up the settings and scroll all the way down until you see software update. Tap on check for updates, and as you guys can see, we should soon see the results. My software is up to date, but if yours isn't, then I recommend you updating it. It's very important to keep up with the latest version of the software so you don't stick around with all the glitches laying around on your device. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hello everybody, welcome back to the HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'll show you how to easily create AI custom stickers from photos on your Galaxy S26. So first, what you guys want to do is go to the gallery and here find a picture that you want to make a sticker of. So, for example, I'll choose this flower right here. We're gonna long press it. And now we can click Save as Sticker. We can choose the sticker style, for example, outline, cutout, vintage, or cartoon. I'll choose the original one. Let's click Done. And as you guys can see, here we have it in our stickers. Of course, we can edit this and make it like this. And yeah, this is what we can do with our stickers. Now, if you got an app that supports these stickers, for example, Messenger, I do not have it on this phone, but on Messenger or WhatsApp, you can use those stickers. And you need to find apps that allow posting your own stickers, then you'll be able to actually use them in the social media. So that's it for the video. I hope it was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.